Just seeing if it's working so far. I'll do my intro after we get it working. Yep, it's working. So let me get a link here. I gotta get the link to send it to my boss so we can put it in an article and we can get going. All right, we've got the opening credits for the pay-per-view happening. Nope, not yet. Not the opening credits yet. It'll be happening shortly. It is 9 o'clock. Okay. All right, what's up, fight fans? All right, we're getting the copyright work is illegal thing. Let me send this link to my boss. All right, I think the link should be good to go. What's up, fight fans? My name is Flyin Brian J. Welcome to the live stream reaction video where I'm not going to show you the fights. So please don't ask me to show you the fights. This is not an illegal stream. What this is, it's a video where I'm trying to give you some behind the scenes action. Not behind the scenes. I'm pulling the curtain back on the pay-per-view portion so that you can know what's going on during the UFC 218 pay-per-view portion if you didn't buy the pay-per-view or you don't want to do an illegal stream type of thing. So I'm going to try to give you some play-by-play for the fights. Of course, above me here, I'm going to score each round. I've got it set up so I can tell you the name of the fighter that's going to, you know, what I score each round. The picture over there, it's over that direction. That is going to be the fight that is happening currently. So our first fight that we're going to watch on the pay-per-view portion is Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres versus the Karate Hottie Michelle Watterson. And if you're with me right now, the keyframe frequency of 4 seconds or less. Currently, the keyframe are not being often enough. Keyframe frequency. How in the fuck do I do that? All right, I've got a bad stream quality. It says I'm using something. The keyframe frequency is fuck you and your nerdy bitch ass. Somebody said that. Hiding that. All right. I've hidden the sensitive comments, so we don't have to deal with too much haters tonight. Change keyframe. The current keyframe frequency is 8.4 seconds. All right, this guy's got to be banned. Block. Okay, block that person. Dope. Love Brazil. Yes. How's the video quality look? I guess I could just look at it on my phone. Let me just see. I don't know, it looks fine on my phone. Somebody that's not a jerk, tell me in the comments, how does the video look? Is it coming across fine for you? Nobody's commenting. All right. We just watched Paul Felder TKO Charles Oliveira in the second round with fucking vicious left elbow to the face. Charles actually tapped out to it. Before that, we saw the fight of the year, maybe, with Alex Cowboy Oliveira versus Yancy, needs a nickname, Medeiros. Back and forth battle that Medeiros ended up getting the stoppage in the third round. It was fucking amazing. Ronaldo Souza, thank you so much for telling me the stream looks all right. And thank you for being here. I don't know, I'm getting a notification from YouTube that it's not doing well. I'm only using 9.5% of my GPU. Jada Styles, I am not going to show the fights. What I'm aiming to do here is I've got this stuff set up around me so you can see. I'm going to be telling you some play-by-play to the best of my ability. Over there, you can see what fight is playing on that picture. So the first fight is Tiny Tornado Torres versus Michelle the Karate Hottie Watterson. I'm going to have the fight clock up so you know basically where we are in the round. And if there's no score on the round one, that means we're in the first round. If there's a score on round one, that means we're in round two. Score in round two, that means we're in round three, and so on and so forth. Thanks, Ronaldo. Or Hunaldo, probably. I don't want to mispronounce your name because I appreciate you for being here. I hate to pimp my channel out, but I'm aiming to get to 5,000 subscribers to this channel by the end of the stream. Right now, we're at like 3,000, so if you could help me out with that, I would really, truly appreciate it. Let's see, I might be using too much of my internet. Let me close out of some things. Hmm. 30 frames per second. Says I don't know what the fuck YouTube's talking about. It's almost too late to switch it. Diluta? I don't know. That might be spam. I've got to put that person in timeout. And if they do it again, I'm going to block them. Hello from Brazil, Dr. Gamut. His English isn't very well, but his name is Jetro. What's up, Jetro? Thanks for kicking it, brother. I don't know. Let's try that. Just going to keep trying some things. If you're Dylan Davis, I'm not going to play the fight. I'm just going to give you some play-by-play. My goal is to tell you what's going on in the fights so that you don't have to buy the pay-per-view if you don't have enough money trying to save for Christmas presents or whatever, and you don't want to get an illegal stream or something like that. I'm trying to get a free alternative to buying the pay-per-view, but keeping informed about what's happening. Of course, you could go on Twitter and keep refreshing and refreshing and refreshing, see what's happening. I'm going to turn on the fight clock above me so you know where we are in each round. This picture is going to show you what fight we're watching at the time. And like I said, I'm going to do some play-by-play, and hopefully I'll do a decent enough job that you can visualize or understand what's happening in the fight. Kind of like listening to a football game on the radio, but I would like to have a co-host. Someday that could happen, but it's difficult for my settings to be able to do that, so I'm going to do it by myself. I'm going to be the color commentator and the play-by-play commentator. And I know, I'm ugly, and that's fine. You know, I can't change that. But I can do my best job to help inform you guys on what's happening in the action. So, why did they strip John Jones again? He tested positive for PEDs, brother. You can't, if you got a potential USADA violation, you can't have the belt. That's why. But there are 34 of you here right now. I'm expecting that number to multiply by probably at least 100. I'm betting we're going to get 3,400 people watching the stream tonight. So I don't want to have to keep... I should put like a note up here. Just read the description of the video. That'll kind of tell you what I'm doing. The fight is not played here, John Devaney. If somebody wants to type in the comment section for what I'm doing so I don't have to repeat myself so often, that would be great. All right, that person's getting blocked, guys. Dropping the ban hammer. Should I say every time I drop the ban hammer? Kabloom! Pow! Yeah, banned, motherfucker. Get out of here. All right, and in the description box below, you can get a link to my Twitter, my Facebook page, so you can chat with me on other days other than today. I'm very active on social media, and if you ever have any questions, you can send it to me via DM. Leslie Ball, you don't want to watch me. That I can't help you. Other than that, you're just gonna have to click out of the screen and go someplace else. Sorry. Some of these people are going to want to hang out with me. I'm pretty fun time. If you didn't notice in the description box of the video, you come to enjoy a pint with me. That'd be fucking great because I'm going to enjoy a pint myself while we're watching these fights. So, all right, I've got the fights pulled up on my screen. We're giving it a little hype video for the first fight of the night on the pay-per-view, which is a strawweight matchup between Michelle the Karate Hottie Watterson and Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres. Let's look at the odds if we can. The odds have Tisha Torres is a minus 200 favorite. The comeback on Michelle Watterson at plus 210. All right, that person's got to get blocked, so sorry about it. Report him? Yeah. Yeah, we're going to report him too. Report it. Sorry, buddy. Toodaloo. I cannot play the audio. That is illegal. I'm going to do all the fights, yeah? I can't play the audio. Sorry, guys. But I will be doing all of the fights. And I might forget to do the play clock. Oh, which is... Let me pull the play clock up. Not the play clock, but you get what I'm saying, right? Wish I could have a hotkey to... bring this back up. Hotkeys. Start and pause. Key will be that. Hotkey, this button. All right. Michelle Watterson's walking to the cage right now. She's got the American flag draped over her back, and she's listening to, I think it's Imagine Dragons. It's an Imagine Dragons song. Countdown from Chrono. Okay, there it is. Oh, it's playing. All right, good. Stop. Good. All right. We're just set. I was just practicing with that. Hey, RV, thanks for hanging out. Saf is betting on Holloway to get the victory in the main event tonight. Michelle, the Karate Hottie Watterson, is in the Flyin Brian J prep point, taking her sweatpants off, revealing her fight kit. She's giving her teammates a hug. She's got Jackson Winklejohn in her corner and her husband. So her three cornermen are Jackson, Winklejohn, and her husband. She's currently getting Vaseline put on her face. Michelle Watterson is the former Invicta Atomweight champion. She has finished 12 of 14 wins, 9 of those via submission, and 100% takedown accuracy in the UFC. That is bullshit, I think, because when she fought Thug Rose, she went for a head and arm throw, missed it. That should count as a takedown attempt, and then Thug Rose took her back. Let me know if the video quality is poor, and I will try to do my best to remedy that, but it looks fine to me on my phone here, so excuse me. All right, now Tecia Torres is about to make her way to the octagon. I can't tell what flag she's carrying. I don't know much about flags. Born in Fall River, Massachusetts. She looks calm as a cucumber. She makes her way to the octagon. She's donning the cornrows into pigtail type of things on her, well, like dual ponies on the back, braided ponies. Her wife, Raquel Pennington, removes her top to reveal the top of her fight kit, and she puts her mouthpiece in that she grabbed out of her pants, and she takes her pants off. She is in the Flyin Brian J prep point. She gives her teammates, or her coaches, her coaching staff, a hug. I don't know who those two are. And then finally she hugs Rocky Pennington. They have a long embrace. Pennington's saying something into her ear. Pennington gives her a kiss on the lips. Now she's getting the Vaseline put on her forehead. Rochelle Sanaho. Man, you got to be more polite than that. I am not going to show the fights. I'm going to tell you what's happening in the fights. And this picture over here, I think it is, one of the picture is going to show you what fight we're watching. I'm going to score the round. I'm going to have the fight clock on. If you don't like that, please don't be disrespectful. Just go along your merry little way. And if you want to, I can give you some play-by-play. You can hang out. Maybe we could become friends. Just, well, be polite. All right. Rochelle's being blocked. Bam. Banhammer. Pow. Can't have you cursing and shit. All right. Michelle, the Karate Hottie Watterson, is eyeing down Tecia, the Tiny Tornado, as the tail of the tape comes up. Michelle Watterson has a 1.5-inch reach advantage. Torres weighed in 1 pound heavier than Watterson at 116 pounds. Watterson is 3 years older and is 2 inches taller. Bruce Buffer's doing his damn thing. We are live in the sold-out Little Caesars Arena or something. Motor City. Who am I picking to win? Corvette Leon. I picked Tecia Torres. I put her in a parlay, but I'm hoping for Michelle Watterson. Michelle Watterson is one of my favorite fighters. I don't mean to be sexist, guys, but Michelle Watterson's easy on the eyes. I like her personality. Her voice is really cute. Plus, she's an extremely dynamic fighter. She's not the toughest person in the world, but she's got a very flashy style with that karate stuff. And I'm a fan of hers. So, been a fan of her since she was in Invicta as the atomweight champion. And also, she used to be a ring girl. It's just wild times for Michelle Watterson. Again, apologies if I'm being too sexist. All right, Michelle Watterson just was announced by Bruce Buffer. Who are you picking? Oh, main event. I picked Holloway to get a third round KO or TKO. My video predictions, I do some video predictions in front of a green screen for every UFC main event. It is on MMA Mania's YouTube channel. You can check that shit out. You know, you can check that out, then come back here and then join me again. That'd be cool. And also, please subscribe to this channel. I have a goal to get to 5,000 subscribers to this channel by the end of the night. I know it's a lofty goal, but I think with your guys' help, you know, we can do it. Because Keith Peterson is our referee. Fighter, are you ready? Fighter, are you ready? That's what he's going to do. Oh, and here we go. Lucy Andrade was the ring girl. She just sat down, blew us a kiss. Keith Peterson in the center of the octagon. Pause. Ma'am, are you ready? Ma'am, fight. All right, I think I turned the fight clock on. I'll notice that in a second. They touch gloves and then moving to the right. Torres comes forward with a flurry. Woo! Michelle misses with an overhand right. They're kind of in the center of the octagon, but Torres is controlling the center of the octagon. Both women are really bouncy and have missed on almost every strike they've thrown thus far. All right, fight clock's working. Good deal. Left high kick from Watterson misses. Tisha goes in for a flurry, and Michelle Waterson gets a body lock trip takedown, and Michelle is on her back. Michelle has both hooks in. They're standing. Waterson has Torres back. She's got both hooks on, but Torres is standing on her feet. Michelle's looking to get a little control. Man, Torres is strong to be holding her here. Michelle goes away from it. She puts both feet on the ground. Torres is sitting out, trying to reverse position, break the clinch of Waterson. She's got an underhook. She's going to turn and face. We're against the cage right in front of Tisha Torres' corner. And now Michelle has the center of the octagon. She needs Torres to the body, but Torres reverse position, put Waterson up against the fence. Now she's hitting Waterson with some punches to the body. And they separate. An overhand right lands for Torres. A 1-2 misses for Waterson. An overhand right misses for Waterson. Torres got Waterson with a couple of uppercuts. Torres is pressing forward really strongly. Waterson hits her with a knee to the body. Hopefully I'm doing all right, guys. All right, center of the octagon. Michelle is just missing with everything. She just can't seem to find her range. Torres is getting out of the way really easily, fluidly, and then she's coming back in with right hands that have landed a couple of times on Waterson. Right leg kick landed on the thigh of Torres from Waterson. They briefly clinch and then they break. Michelle misses with a jab. Michelle missed with an overhand right. Michelle might have landed with an overhand right. Torres has a cut on her right cheekbone, or at least it's either a cut or a welt. It's red. Can't see it now. We're looking at the opposite side. It is a cut. They dive in, and Torres hits Waterson with a couple of uppercuts. They're in a 50-50 clinch, and Torres is getting the better of it. Torres gets the plum clinch, spins Waterson around, landed 2 elbows to the face of Waterson, pushed her up against the cage. Now she's got one underhook, and she's short elbow to Waterson's face. Another short elbow, a right hand to Waterson's face. Torres is in full control of this fight right now. With 2:20 to go in the first round, Torres, I would like to see the stats here. She's probably at least doubling up on Waterson's strikes. Waterson tried to go for a head and arm throw with her left arm. Unsuccessful. Torres just shook it off, and Torres is once again throwing short elbows on Waterson's face. Right elbow once again lands on Waterson's face from Torres. Torres landed a knee to the body, and we are in this position. Oh, Waterson landed a left hand and got herself out of the clinch, but she eats a 1-2 for her trouble. Another 1-2. Torres has a significant strength advantage so far in this fight. I think, well, so far as so to say that she's going to have a strength advantage throughout this entirety of the fight, and we know that Torres has amazing, amazing cardio. So Waterson needs to do something to get the momentum on her side right now. She's kind of being brutalized up against the fence. Waterson's got a whizzer on her left side, and she hits a knee to the body of Torres from her back is on the cage. Waterson pushes off the cage, circles towards the middle, but Torres once again controls the center of the octagon, and Waterson just ate an overhand right from Torres. Waterson landed a left knee to the body in the clinch. Waterson's got a whizzer on the left side again. I don't know why she keeps going for that. She should be working for an underhook on one of the two sides. She gets pushed back to the fence once again from Torres. Ooh. Torres just put her right palm on Waterson's face and then put a left over the top, and that hit Waterson right on the temple. Waterson's trying to do that the side kick to the thigh of Torres, but missed badly at that time. You can see that there is Waterson went for the sweet chin music on Torres. Torres evaded it, got into the clinch. She's got one underhook. She pushed Waterson back up against the cage, and she's going with the short rights to the face. Torres is going for a single leg, like a high crotch, treetop, unsuccessful. 10-9 for Tisha Torres at least. And if I haven't mentioned it already, fight fans, tonight we do not have the new unified rules of mixed martial arts. So that was definitely a 10-9 round for Torres, in my opinion. And then, bam, put that shit right up there. Looking good. End of the round. Yes, it's working out well for us, guys. What's the comments saying? Oh no, bro, I don't know how to do that. I already got my bet. Oh, nope. Dora, call, link for live. 68 of you are here. Thank you so much for joining me. I truly appreciate you. Right now we're in between rounds. We're in Watterson's corner. Now we're in Tisha's corner. Pennington is telling Torres that anytime they go to separate from the clinch to do damage to Watterson. I was talking and couldn't hear what Watterson's corner was telling her. But Torres has a significant advantage, and I can't see the fight getting any different than how it's already been going. While we have this little break here, please subscribe to this channel. My goal is to have 5,000 subscribers to the channel by the end of the night. We are ready for round number 2. Here we go. Fight. All right, they meet in the center of the octagon. Watterson is more flat-footed. Torres is bouncing around a little bit. She's moving her shoulders a lot. She's moving her feet a lot. She's stepping around. She's moving side to side and forward and backward. And she's just kind of finding like a pathway to get in close on Watterson. And she does with a couple of overhand rights on Watterson. Watterson's got a plumb clinch, but Torres was making her pay with short punches from inside of that clinch. Watterson goes for an overhand right that Torres ducks and comes in with a hook to the body. Overhand right to the head of Watterson from Torres. Ooh! Michelle got a clinch and got a knee to the chin of Torres, which slowed the momentum or the pressure from Torres down just a little bit. Might have hurt Torres, just a freckle. Not much has happened since that. Who's fighting now? Hardy Boys, you can always see who's fighting. I think it's in this picture over here, is it? Nope, it's over there. In that picture over there. So it's... Oh, Michelle Watterson goes for a head and arm throw. She has Torres down. Torres might be trying to get the back, and Watterson's going to end up on top here. She went for a head and arm throw, but she is in the guard of Tisha Torres. The picture that's over there will always tell you who I'm talking about, what fight I'm talking about. Watterson is in the guard of Torres, but Torres is doing a good job pushing the chin up of Watterson so that Watterson can't get her bearings together and look to pass that guard, to get to a half guard, or even... Watterson does have half guard, though. Torres is trying to bridge out of it. Unsuccessful. Great move of Watterson to make that head and arm throw at this point in the fight, because she was not doing that well. This might be her area, even though she's the karate hottie, this might be her path to victory, is to win this fight on the mat. Watterson is currently in half guard. She's over the top of... She's on the left side of looking down on Torres, so she's on the right leg of Torres. They are directly on top of the center of the octagon on the monster logo. It is green. Watterson's going to put a knee to staple down the right arm of Torres, but Torres is looking for a Kimura grip on Watterson that she would probably use to reverse position. I don't think that she could get that Kimura if she lost the grip anyway. Watterson is trying to dig her head under on the opposite side of Torres. Maybe she's going to look to set up a head and arm triangle, or an arm triangle choke. Torres kind of bridged out of it and rolled toward the half guard side of Watterson, and Torres is controlling the wrist of Watterson. She once again is looking for the Kimura grip. She's going to use that. It looks like she's going to... Nope, she lost it again. She was very close to reversing position again. Michelle might be winning this round based on how much top control she's had, and I don't know the stats on who was winning the strike. Like, clearly, I think that Tisha was winning the striking exchanges, but I don't think it was a big enough gap to negate having... We're talking about like 2.5 minutes of top control if Watterson can hold it here, but Watterson would need to pass the guard and do a little bit of ground and pound to really... Yep, she got a right hand on Torres. Watterson needs to do more from the top, but Tisha is doing a really good job of working for Kimuras, like to sweep, and working off of her back with short punches on Watterson, short elbows as well. Now Watterson, I told you what side she was on in the half guard. She's on the opposite side of half guard, and Tisha threw her legs up, and now Watterson is almost in a triangle choke, but Torres would need to... She needs to get her left leg underneath of her right leg, because it's the right leg's behind the arm and the left leg is above the arm, so she's looking for the triangle like this. But she does not have the foot over... She doesn't have her leg over the foot to cinch it down. But this could be scoring her points off of her back, too. That's something we need to take into consideration. Watterson is stacking her. And Tisha's tiny little legs, her short, like, thick legs, she's having difficult time to lock in that triangle choke. Waterson is doing a good job of stacking her and stepping toward the leg that needs to clamp over the foot so that she's keeping the distance away so that Torres cannot clamp that thing down. Waterson's doing a good job. Torres went to a near side armbar, which she's not going to get because you can't, I mean, bending the elbow this way, you know, that's not going to, you can do that yourself. But she is now beating on Waterson a little bit from her back. We're close to the cage. Okay, Waterson got out of it. She's in half guard now. Torres gets to her butt. She gets to the cage, and her back is against the cage. She stands to her feet. Waterson made her pay for it with a knee to the body. And then as soon as they get up, Torres goes in for a takedown, unsuccessful, end of the round, as you can tell from the clock above me. Let me look at some stats. I need to see some stats on who won that round. I mean, I think that Torres won based on her strikes on the feet, also off of her back. I know that Waterson had good control. Ah, that's a tough round to score. You know, for this, it's tough for, like, guys, you got to bear with me a little bit because it's tough for me to score while I'm talking, trying to tell you what's happening. But for the sake of fun, because Waterson did have 2.5 minutes, no, 4 minutes of top control in that round, I'm going to score round number 2 for Waterson. But if you disagree, I don't fault you at all. All right. How am I doing? Let me know how I'm doing in the comment section, guys. You there? Let's see it. Let's hear it. Now, should I block that person or just hide their comment? I'm just going to hide their comment. All right, guys. Like, tell me what's up in the comments. How am I doing? All right. I think that it might be tied heading into the third round. It's a very close fight. And we're in the third round. They meet in the center of the octagon. No touch the gloves. Once again, Torres is bouncing, and she lands an overhand right on Waterson. We are still in the center of the octagon at not too much of a distance, but still at a distance. Waterson landed an outside low kick. Front kick misses from Torres. Right high kick's blocked by Waterson. Waterson very narrowly landed an overhand right, but with no authority. Okay. Waterson caught a kick and landed an overhand right. Waterson steps in. Waterson's trying to push Torres against the cage. She gets reversed, and Torres pushes Waterson up against the cage. Waterson has an underhook on her right side, but Torres is using that to... Oh, you got a whizzer, so like basically 50-50 on where the arms are. But Tisha is pressing Michelle up against the fence. She has the head pressure. She has her head underneath of Michelle's chin, pushing her up against it. Michelle gets out of that. Michelle's doing a pretty good job right now, framing off with her elbow to get Torres' head away, and she loses that. Torres breaks the clinch and misses with an overhand right. Then she lands an overhand right. Michelle misses with a right leg kick. Thanks, guys. Commenting like a pro. Good commentary. Great job. And thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Thank you. I just missed a clash in the middle where they both landed a punch or two. They're in the center of the octagon. Michelle landed a 1-2. Pretty good with some authority, but to no effect on Torres. We are directly on the center of the octagon over the green monster logo. Michelle missed with an overhand right. Michelle's throwing an overhand right a lot. And right there, she just got... Oh! Ooh! Torres landed an uppercut on Michelle, but then Michelle landed the same side head kick on Torres. Torres just landed a couple of right hands on Michelle. Michelle has a mouse underneath of her left eye, and she might be breaking mentally a little bit. She seems to be a little bit dejected. My fiance just texted me. I'll text her between rounds. Or fights. not much happening. They're in the center of the octagon. Michelle's feinting with a lot of kicks, but nothing doing. Torres is bouncing back and forth, and they're kind of circling to the right, but neither one is doing much. Michelle tried to go with a left elbow, and she was countered with a right hand over the top from Torres. Overhand right lands for Michelle as Torres goes for a push kick to the body. Torres lands a jab. Very even fight so far, if you notice from my commentary. Hopefully I'm conveying that well. Waterson just landed an uppercut stepping in. Michelle tried... Oh, Michelle just threw a front kick, got it caught, thrown to her back. As she's on her back, Torres came in, and Waterson landed an up kick to the face of Torres, but was unsuccessful. Now we're on the ground. Torres took the back of Waterson. Waterson's on her feet with her butt in the air, trying to shake Torres off on the top. We're right in front of... that guy looks like Drake in the crowd. I don't think it is Drake, though. But Waterson's now on her knees. Torres is high on the back of Waterson. Waterson's up on her feet again, doing like an Auschwitz position, trying to shake Torres off the top. And it looks like she's going to get that unless Torres repositions. But Torres is also landing punches on Waterson's face while hanging onto her back. She got her feet in good enough on the postured legs of Waterson that she threw them out from underneath of her. Now she has Waterson flattened out on the ground, and she's landing some elbows kind of to the back of the head. Now punches, a forearm, punches to the side of the head. Michelle is in deep trouble. Keith Peterson is taking a good look at this fight. Waterson's doing a good job to cover up. She flips over. Now Torres still has the back of Waterson, but it's back to back on the canvas now. They roll back, and Waterson has wrist control. She's looking to sit out a little bit. She's going to face Torres, and Waterson's going to end up on top here. Wow, what a fun little grappling exchange. But I think that Torres definitely got the better of it. Torres kicks Waterson off, and we're going to be back on the feet again. Waterson landed a right hand a little bit to Torres as she stands up, and the fight ends with both ladies landing right hands. I'm going to score that third and final round for Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres based on the strength of her landing 30 more strikes than Waterson and 1 takedown. So we're going to put that up on the board. Torres round 3, and that's it. We score the fight 29-28 for Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres. At very least, she should get a 29-28. Like I said, the round 2 was kind of close, and I wouldn't be upset if Torres got a 30-27. So what I expect to see on the judges' scorecards is 2 29-28s, 1 30-27. But of course, I will tell you what exactly is happening. Anthony Gonzalez, what's up from Stockton, California, 209. Thank you guys for hanging out. 76 of you. That means a lot to me. Please give the video a thumbs up. I can't see how many thumbs up or down we have, but please give the video a thumbs up. That would, you know, my bosses might think I'm a decent person if I get a couple of thumbs up. And also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. My goal is to get 5,000 subscribers by the end of this video. What's up, Mick McGuire from New Zealand? Thanks for hanging out, my friend. Waterson definitely has that mouse under her eye. She's kind of bloodied, but she looks to be in good spirits. Torres is all business. It wasn't a cut under her eye. It must have just been, you know, like matte burn from, not matte burn, but, you know, like the canvas from the gloves, just kind of rubbing on her face. Boom. I fucking nailed it, you guys. The first judge gave it 30-27, and the next 2 gave it 29-28 for the winner by unanimous decision, Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres. Yes, Joe Rogan is with the tornado. Let me listen in. Joe said he's impressed with Tornado's conditioning. She thinks her team has made her evolve as a fighter. Joe asked, did anything surprise you about this fight? Was there anything surprising at all? Yeah, that she boxed me the whole time. And that she fought orthodox the whole time. Tisha has the second most wins in UFC strawweight history behind Joanna and Jacek. Joanna has 8 and 1 ahead of Thug Rose Namajunas. Namajunas has 5. Tisha says if she had more time, she could have stopped the fight. Maybe not. I think that because Torres' only defeat in her UFC career, pardon me, in her entire mixed martial arts career was against the new champion, Thug Rose Namajunas, perhaps we could give Tisha Torres, let me make sure, yes, it was April 16th of 2006. Tisha Torres lost to Thug Rose via unanimous decision. That fight happened in Tampa, Florida. The fight card was UFC on Fox, Teixeira versus Evans. Because her only loss is to the current champion, I think that we could give Tisha Torres a title shot soon. I know we're going to do the rematch with Ioane and Jacek versus Thug Rose next. Also, I gave this idea out yesterday. You guys won't agree with me, but because Nico Montano was crowned the first ever UFC flyweight women's champion, I thought we could give Thug Rose that title shot to make her the second person ever to be a simultaneous champion. Obviously, that's not going to happen, but I think what's next for Tisha Torres could be a title shot. She's looking better and better every single fight, and where she only lost to the champion via decision, that's something there. Now, let me change the picture to this. Bam. Our next fight is going to be Eddie Alvarez versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje, and my oh my, I better get my Xanax, or not Xanax, this is lavender, get my lavender ready, because this fight is going to be fucking crazy. I might have a heart attack during it, fight fans. Once again, I appreciate you guys for being here. Saf says he wishes Watterson would have won that one. Me as well. But let me check my UFC Pick'em. Do you guys play UFC Pick'em? I'll send you a link so you can join my league and play along with me next time. So I picked that one exactly right. I picked Torres via decision. Tonight I am 8-1. I missed Oliveira versus Medeiros, which you guys are talking about is like not a Xanax popper. It's lavender. Thank you, C. Martin. I really appreciate it. Don Wendell, what up, my dude? What up, my dude? Who's fighting next? I got the picture up, right, guys? I'm always going to put the picture up there. Maybe I could do a different picture to put up there, but yes, that is on your left is Eddie Alvarez versus Justin the Highlight Gaethje. Let's take a look at the odds. Let's see. So I had Tisha in one half of a parlay, so that's good. The odds currently have Justin Highlight Gaethje as a -165 favorite, with the comeback on Eddie, the Underground King Alvarez, at +155. Crazy movement because Gaethje opened at like -215, quickly went to -245, and then up and down for a while, and it settled at -165. I personally picked Justin the Highlight Gaethje. I was really impressed with his UFC debut against Michael the Menace Johnson, but these guys are going to get into a phone booth. They're going to swing bungalows, and basically the first person to land could win this fight. I don't know. I'm fucking pumped about it. Who are you guys picking? Let's see. Justin or Anthony Gonzalez asking me where I'm from. I'm from central Nebraska. Middle of nowhere, my friends. Middle of nowhere, Nebraska. Who do I have winning this one? Yep, Gaethje. I picked Gaethje via second round KO or TKO. I also bet on Gaethje, so I'm really hoping that he wins, but I will not be upset if I lose $5. You know, I don't do big bets. I just like $5. I'm hoping that I can, you know, turn that $5 into like $8 or whatever. But more than that, more than those that I care about those $3 is I care about this fight being fucking exciting. I'm really hoping this is more exciting than Alex Cowboy Oliveira versus Yancey needs a nickname Medeiros. But if that happens, this is going to be the greatest fight ever, right? Bobby Alvarez says Gaethje is strong, but I must root for Eddie. I hope for an upset, but Gaethje is a monster. What did I think about the Oliveira fight? You mean Oliveira versus Medeiros? Absolutely bonkers, batshit crazy. It was so exciting and back and forth. guys, what I love about fights is not like one person winning the whole time and using a lot of spectacular techniques, but more than that, I love two people having a back and forth battle that has a lot of ebbs and flows. Ebbs and flows is my favorite word when describing fights. I like to see one guy winning, then the other guy winning, then somebody gets rocked, then the other guy gets rocked, and then somebody comes back from like the jaws of defeat to snag victory out of thin fucking air. That right there for me is hella exciting. And then also when you can add, beyond that, add in like some emotion to the fight. Like Conor McGregor, I know that he gets a lot of hate, he gets a lot of love, he's on both sides of the fence, but Conor McGregor in his fights, he has ebbs, he has flows, he has spectacular technique, but he also makes you care about the fight. Whether you hate or love Conor McGregor, he makes you care about the fight. And for example, Alvarez versus Gaethje here. Am I talking too fast, guys? I sometimes do that. I'm pretty excited about this fight. Excuse me. Gaethje versus Alvarez is... It made me care because we know it's supposed to be fireworks. It's supposed to just come out and have us, you know, puckering our buttholes the entire time because we're so excited about it. And we like, oh my gosh, back and forth roller coaster ride of a fight. This fight has emotion. It's going to have high-level technique that's going to take place in a phone booth. These guys, Eddie Alvarez is the former UFC lightweight champion of the world. Justin Gaethje is the former WSOF champion of the world. And I forgot, Eddie is also the former Bellator lightweight champion of the world. There's just so much going on in this fight. And if Gaethje were to win, he potentially is going to get a title shot. No matter if it's Conor McGregor coming back to defend his belt or if it's against Tony El Cucuy Ferguson defending the interim belt. Just, I know I've said a lot without mentioning you guys. I haven't forgot about you. This fight's fucking awesome. Justin Gaethje is making his way to the octagon. He is in the Flyin Brian J prep point. He's taking a drink of water. Let me check on what you guys are saying. Anis Aldo Zahane. This Anis, I don't know how to pronounce your last name, and I apologize for that. But this, that person has to get blocked. Sorry about that. Anis, no, this is pay-per-view. All the fights that we're talking about right now are behind a paywall. Oh, I got to do this. Sorry, guys, I forgot to clear my score for the last fight. Boom. Alrighty. What's up, guys? I've been neglecting you. Hey, thanks, Don Wendell. Don Wendell's my fucking friend. He's a good guy. I appreciate you, Don. Go send my Facebook page a like. It's at Flyin Brian Show, or I think it's also in the description box. And then if you ever want to talk about fights, you just send me a message on there, and I'll talk to you. Also, guys, if I haven't mentioned it already, please give this video a like, a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel. My goal for likes, I'm going to say my goal for likes is like 100. My goal for subscribers to the channel is 5,000 by the end of the night. Return my fiance's text message. All right. What's cracking, guys? How's the stream doing? Is the video quality all right? My commentating doing all right? If you guys want to talk about anything while Eddie Alvarez is in the Flyin Brian J prep point, you just let me know. He's the former UFC lightweight champion. He's the former Bellator lightweight champion. He has 14 first-round finishes. The referees, one of the officials is checking him for weapons or something, looking at his fingernails. Looks good. Tells him to hug his teammates, I think. Yep. Nope. Sends him into the octagon. I wasn't paying attention. Alvarez takes a second to pray on the steps before passing through the threshold of the octagon. Does one of the Sammy Sosa things, whatever that means. Father, Son, Holy Spirit, I think. Okay. Thanks, Gary Gaster. It's about to go down. Luis Diaz. I've got Holloway. We'll talk about my pick after this fight's over. You know, I'll give you like a more detailed prediction. All right, tail of the tape. Eddie is 4 years older. He is 2 inches shorter, and he has 1 less inch of reach. Gaethje weighed in 1 pound heavier than the former UFC lightweight champion. We're going into the introductions to Bruce Buffer. Ladies and gentlemen, this fight is 3 rounds in the UFC lightweight division. Herb Dean is our referee. He's fucked up twice tonight, so let's hope he doesn't fuck up anything here. Let me get a little knock on the wood. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh. Justin, the highlight Gaethje. These guys have had a lot of respect toward each other in the build-up to this fight, but they're about to throw respect to the side. Well, they'll still respect each other, but they're about to fucking throw down, my friends. Fernando Gil, what did he do earlier? He stopped a fight too soon. A fighter went in for a takedown and just kind of like collapsed to go in for the takedown, and he called the fight over. And then later on in Jacare Close versus David Tamer, Close kept just standing there and like getting mad that he couldn't get a hold of Tamer, and Herb Dean like told Tamer to engage, and it's like Tamer was counter-striking Close, and like it wasn't Tamer's fault that Close just kept standing there and like getting frustrated that he couldn't get a hold of Tamer, but Herb Dean like told the wrong fighter to stop being a bitch. What did I say the odds were? No time. We are in the center of the octagon. Herb Dean's the referee. He tells them to get to their corners. A beautiful ring girl blows us a kiss. She goes to sit down. And let's do it. Touch the gloves. They're in the center of the octagon. Eddie moves to the right. Gaethje starts off with a low kick. 2 low kicks. Gaethje, another low kick. Gaethje's pressing forward. He landed another low kick. He's inside-outside low kicking Alvarez. Alvarez counters with his own outside low kick. Gaethje landed an overhand right kind of behind the ear on Eddie. Eddie bit down on his mouthpiece and threw a couple of hooks. Unsuccessful. Gaethje landed another low kick. A lot of action so far. Gaethje presses forward, misses with an overhand right. Eddie circles to his left. Gaethje landed another outside low kick on Eddie Alvarez. I think if we can get a good camera angle, I think Gaethje's probably already hurting that lead leg of Eddie Alvarez. Eddie goes for a 1-2 uppercut, and he's countered by an overhand right from Gaethje. Gaethje missed with a stepping in jab. Gaethje's pushing forward. Gaethje eats a low kick from Alvarez, and Gaethje missed with an overhand left. Gaethje steps in, goes for a clinch briefly, throws an overhand right, is unsuccessful. Gaethje looks a little larger than Eddie Alvarez, and Gaethje landed another outside low kick on the lead leg of Eddie Alvarez. It's probably like his 8th one. I'm not exaggerating. Gaethje steps forward. Gaethje's the one walking forward. Eddie's moving backward, and Eddie's throwing those looping punches. Gaethje rips a hook to the liver of Eddie. Gaethje landed a right hand to Eddie. Opened up like a well underneath Eddie's left eye. Eddie's moving backward to his left. Gaethje just landed an outside low kick on Eddie, and Eddie limped. The low kicks are starting to eat Eddie up. Uppercut lands for Gaethje, but like didn't hurt Eddie. Gaethje's pressing forward still. Eddie's moving to his left. Toward the power hand of Gaethje, so keep that in mind. Gaethje checked a low kick from Eddie. Gaethje landed his own outside low kick on the lead leg of Eddie Alvarez again. Gaethje's pressing forward. Eddie's now moving to his right. Gaethje's got Eddie close to the fence. He's probably not going to close Eddie up against the fence because once Eddie's against the fence, he's really good at springing off with powerful punches. Gaethje's probably just going to keep pressing him. We are in the center of the octagon. Gaethje's pressing forward. He blocked a few punches from Eddie. Gaethje moves forward with a jab and then an outside low kick again. A jab from Gaethje on Alvarez. Excuse me, I'll do the last names. Alvarez throws 2 uppercuts. Gaethje blocked him with his arms. Gaethje landed an overhand right. Eddie caught a low kick from Gaethje. Alvarez caught a low kick from Gaethje, took him down briefly. Gaethje rolled out of it. We're back on the feet. We're exchanging in a phone booth in the center of the octagon. Both guys throwing with power. Eddie's moving to his left. Eddie's taking the center of the octagon. He ripped 2 good hooks to the body of Gaethje. Alvarez moving backward, but he's starting to get some momentum here. Eddie just ducked right back, or just moved right back to avoid a winging uppercut from Gaethje. Alvarez throws a front kick that missed on Alvarez, and then it ripped another left hook to the body. So while Gaethje's doing good work to the lead leg of Alvarez, Alvarez is doing some really good work to the body of Gaethje. Double hook to Gaethje's face landed for Alvarez. Alvarez starting to pick up steam here. He's landed a lot of heavy punches on Gaethje. Gaethje's still walking him down though. Gaethje landed a left hook of his own, but Alvarez says no, no. Alvarez misses with a front kick, and now Alvarez is starting to move forward a little bit. He's starting to get some swagger about him. He's putting his hands wide, and he's moving forward. The crowd is chanting for Eddie, Eddie, Eddie. Gaethje has blood coming from his nose and his left eye. Eddie has blood below his right eye. Nope, his left eye. I'm wrong. Eddie fakes a level change and gets Gaethje to flinch. Gaethje hasn't thrown a low kick in a while, and he's eating hooks to the body a lot from Alvarez. Alvarez goes with some hooks. Gaethje kind of bulldogs him. Gaethje goes with a double jab, pushes Eddie back, but... Oh, I forgot to start the fight clock, guys. Sorry about that. We'll start it next time. Outside low kick landed there for Gaethje. He's going back to the well. Sorry for not starting the fight clock, guys. I fucked up. Eddie tried a cartwheel kick to end the round, and Gaethje ends up on top. Very interesting round. Very interesting round. Significant strikes landed were 63 in favor of Eddie Alvarez to 37 for Gaethje. We have to score that round for Eddie Alvarez. Woof. Sorry, Mick. I'll start the fight clock this time. My bad. Huge, significant strike deficit in favor of Eddie Alvarez. Eddie's corner says he has to hit that 31 and run with it. We're putting Vaseline on there's like tiny little cuts under both of Eddie's eyes. And we put some Vaseline under the left eye of Gaethje. Gaethje's corner told him that the round was close. No. Not. All right, I'm going to start the fight clock this time, guys. Ready? All right, here we go. Round number 2. Alvarez lands his own low kick on Gaethje. Gaethje's pressing forward. Outside low kick lands for Gaethje. Alvarez misses with a wide left hook. Gaethje ducked under it. Eddie's moving backward, but we're on the center of the octagon, basically on the monster logo. Gaethje presses forward. He misses a jab to Alvarez's body. Eddie's doing a lot of feinting, and it's getting Gaethje to react right now. Gaethje lands a... There's somebody in the crowd saying this fight's bullshit. What the fuck are they talking about? Alvarez is getting loose in there. He's doing weird shit with his hands, and he just landed a hook to the left hook on the face of Gaethje. Gaethje's pressing forward again. Gaethje landed a jab. Then Alvarez blocked a jab. Alvarez landed a low kick. The crowd's chanting for Eddie again. Gaethje landed a jab. Missed with a jab. Currently what's happening is Gaethje's pressing forward. Alvarez is moving backward. Gaethje's missing with a lot of jabs. And once he gets in close, then Alvarez is doing a good job ripping hooks to the body. He'll go body, body, head. Gaethje just landed a left hook on Alvarez. Ooh. Eddie just kind of landed like a quasi-Superman punch on Gaethje. They both roll in tight. Eddie goes for a level change fake. He grabbed the leg of Gaethje, then with the left hand over the top, he was made to pay with it from an overhand right from Gaethje. Alvarez pumped the jab, was going to go for an uppercut, and Gaethje blocked it with his arms, but then a left hand landed on Gaethje. Gaethje's blood underneath his left eye is starting to be quite a bit. Gaethje just went in the clinch and landed a couple of uppercuts on Alvarez. This is back and forth fight, guys. Alvarez pressing forward. He rips the hook to the body on the right side and comes upstairs with a double jab. And Gaethje's having trouble getting past that jab of Alvarez. Alvarez is moving backward, but he's always successful with that jab. And then once Gaethje stops pressing forward, Alvarez is attacking. I'm surprised neither guy's really got rocked yet. Overhand right lands for Gaethje, but doesn't do much for it. Eddie's doing a really good job pumping the jab out there. Jab, jab, right hook, then left hook. Eddie landed a hook to the body. Eddie's just, man, Eddie's volumizing Gaethje. Jab lands for Gaethje. Gaethje hasn't thrown a low kick in a while. I don't know why he's not doing those. Gaethje clinches, needed the body of Alvarez. He's made to pay for it with a left hook. We're in tight. Eddie just landed an uppercut to the body of Gaethje, then like 3 jabs in a row, then a right hand. Eddie has the one plum clinch on Gaethje. He landed a knee to the body and then an uppercut. Woo! Joe Rogan just comments that Eddie's having perfect head movement, and he really is. Doing a really good job defensively. The body shots on Gaethje are starting to hurt him. Alvarez is starting to take over this fight with the body shots of Gaethje. Gaethje's starting to hold his hands low to guard his body only, and then Alvarez is continuing to pump that jab on Gaethje's face. Ooh. Gaethje landed the outside low kick on Eddie. Eddie just ate it like it was a donut or a sandwich. Crowd starts to chant once again for Eddie. This is a fun fight so far. Knee to the body from Gaethje lands. Eddie briefly switched stances to ward off the low kicks from Gaethje, but Gaethje's not going back to the well. Wonder why he's not going back to the well. Go back to the well, Gaethje, you fuck. Excuse me for cursing. Oh, Gaethje just faked the low kick, and Eddie, like, checked it, but, you know, it wasn't a real low kick. We're exchanging in a phone booth a little bit. Eddie rushes in, hook to the body again on Gaethje. Eddie is coming in with a jab, right hook to the body a lot. Jab, right hook to the body. He goes left uppercut. Gaethje lands the outside low kick to Alvarez, and he stumbles a bit, but Alvarez just comes back with 2 ripping hooks to the body. Gaethje does a Diaz thing, but then Eddie makes him pay with a right straight down the pipe. Knee to the body from Alvarez. Gaethje goes in for a level change. Oh my God! Gaethje went in for a level change. Eddie warded it off. Gaethje flipped over backwards, bounced off the cage as he came forward. He ran into a knee of Alvarez, and that obviously is the end of the round. Gaethje has his hands on his knees. He looks to be a little dejected. He's getting some end swell on his face. Woo! Eddie's corners tells him to hit him with an inside double 3. Definitely 2 rounds in favor of Eddie Alvarez. Let me look at the stats quick. You guys are interested in them. Round number 2. Eddie landed 88 significant strikes and Gaethje landed 44. In total, we're talking about 151 significant strikes from Eddie Alvarez to 82 from Gaethje. So Gaethje has landed less strikes in this fight than Eddie Alvarez landed in the second stanza of this bout. Incredible. The jabs from fucking Alvarez are just paying real dividends. The jab, jab, right hook, every time they get into the clinch, woo, the hooks to the body. They're showing a replay of Eddie going with the right hook to the body, a left hook to the body, then a right hook upstairs. And then it was a shin to the face at the end of the round that I said when Alvarez did a backflip. All right, got to remember the clock, guys. 3rd and final round of a pretty exciting bout. Here we go. There's not many ebbs or flows as I thought there would be, but Eddie is just pouring more volume onto Justin Gaethje. Eddie fakes a level change. Alvarez has a huge, swollen, like, right face. It's right around his teeth. The bottom of his cheekbone, I'm guessing, is swollen as fuck. We are in the center of the octagon. Eddie's faking level changes, and he comes over top with the right hook. The left hook from Gaethje's landing pretty good. Maybe that's got to be the... 2 outside low kicks from Gaethje lands, and Eddie switches stances. Eddie's now fighting out of the southpaw stance. He comes back in the orthodox stance briefly, and Gaethje makes him pay for it immediately with the outside low kick again. Eddie's going for like a takedown to try to get in the clinch, but his left knee will not allow him to get any forward pressure on Gaethje. Eddie pulls guard because his knee's hurting so bad, and Herb Dean says, get back up. Eddie was trying to call Gaethje into his guard. Eddie's fighting out of the southpaw stance right now, and Gaethje is moving forward, but Eddie just checked an inside low kick from Gaethje with his knee that could have probably hurt Gaethje's leg, but this round is all Gaethje so far. Eddie's back in the orthodox stance, and he eats an outside low kick again. Eddie's got the plum clinch, a couple of uppercuts on Gaethje. We're in the center of the octagon, guys. Eddie is once again in the orthodox stance. He's trying to press forward to get Gaethje into a clinch, but his left leg will not allow him to get any forward pressure on Gaethje. They're in a clinch for a second. As they break the clinch, Gaethje landed a left high kick on the neck, basically, of Gaethje, and then came with the right low kick on Eddie, who is now, once again, in the orthodox stance. Another outside low kick from Gaethje lands, and Eddie's leg is purple. Eddie's back in the southpaw stance. Now he's back in the orthodox stance after trying a spinning back fist. Eddie somehow got Gaethje's back, and now Eddie has Gaethje down. We're scrambling here. Gaethje gets back to his feet and spins out of the clinch. Eddie's once again in the orthodox stance, and he eats a fucking outside low kick from Gaethje. Another outside low kick. I can't even say them. Gaethje's in the clinch. He lands an uppercut to Eddie. Eddie's face is swollen like he got stung by a bee right now. Only on his right side. It looks like Eddie got stung by a fucking bee or something. He's allergic. Or he ate a nut, and he's allergic to that, too. Give him a shot of epinephrine. Gaethje kicked the leg out again, and Eddie fell. Gaethje kicked the leg again. Eddie Alvarez has the plum clinch. He's going for the uppercuts against Gaethje again. And while he's doing that, Gaethje's going for the low kicks. While he's getting punched in the face from Alvarez, who has the one side of the plum clinch, Gaethje was going for outside low kicks. Alvarez pushes forward. He's trying to push Gaethje forward, but his knee, once again, won't allow him to really get pressure on Gaethje. Gaethje hits him with an uppercut to the body. Eddie actually pushed Gaethje up against the fence briefly here. I'm sorry I'm saying Eddie and Gaethje. That's how I know them. Once again, they were kind of in the clinch, and Gaethje hit him with the low kick. Uppercut from Gaethje lands. They're in the clinch again, and Gaethje lands an uppercut. Eddie's calling the crowd to cheer him on. A knee to the face of Alvarez. Alvarez hit Gaethje with a knee to the face, dropped him, and the fight is over. Eddie Alvarez almost doesn't understand what happened, but he hit Gaethje with a knee to the face, dropped Gaethje face down on the canvas, and Herb Dean called an end to the contest. Eddie Alvarez is on the side of the octagon with his face a fucking mess. He definitely has a broken cheekbone on his right side, but Eddie Alvarez is triumphant on the edge of the cage after hitting Justin Gaethje with a knee to the face. Both guys are a wreck, and both guys are going to have to go to the hospital right now. Jeez, they're putting ice on the face of Eddie Alvarez right now as he's hanging up against the fence. His corner's trying to lift him up like in celebration, but the official or the NSWEL guy, the doctor, is putting ice on Eddie's face. A plum clinch. When they were doing this all fight long, they would get into the clinch. Like I was saying, Eddie Alvarez would get the clinch on Gaethje. When Gaethje would kind of bulldog in there, Alvarez would get that clinch. Gaethje was going for outside low kicks still when he was in that position. And while he was doing that, Eddie hit him with a knee to the face. And Gaethje plants face down on the canvas and tries to get back up. And Herb Dean, oh, that knee was fucking brutal. Well, 3 to 4 unnecessary punches from Alvarez on Gaethje when Gaethje was down and unconscious, basically. But impressive performance from Eddie Alvarez. I lost another bet, so that kind of sucks for me. But Might have to end my career of betting. But anyway, so you guys that were going for Eddie, congratulations. Eddie, the Underground King, knocks out Justin, the Highlight Gaethje. I don't know the official time yet, but let me take these off there. And just, I can't put, I don't know, I should have put it on my screen, but let me try to do something quick, guys. The Underground King, Eddie Alvarez, is your victor. He defeats Justin, the Highlight Gaethje, in a fun back-and-forth contest. I don't know if it'll be considered fight of the night or not, though. All right, Joe Rogan's with Eddie Alvarez. You came into this fight looking for the title of the most violent man in the UFC. I think you got it. It's the only one I care about right now. Eddie says all the fans want to see is who was the most violent guy in here. The official time was 3:59 of round number 3. Alvarez gets the victory. He has now 18 wins by knockout. Rogan asks about the leg kicks. Eddie says if this was a 5-round fight, he wouldn't have been able to make it past the third because of how brutalized his leg is from the low kicks of Gaethje. Rogan says, let's take a look at the end of the fight. Ah, that's a fucking brutal knee. Go follow at Grabaka_Hitman on Twitter, and you can probably see a GIF or a GIF of that. That was beautiful. Oof. Fuck, guys. Once this video recap is up on the interwebs, like the replay of this video, this fight, go watch it. All right, what are you guys saying in the comment section? Gary Gaster says, Philly, rise up. Wow. That, I mean, guys, that would have been the main event of any fight night card in the fucking world, right? But no, that was only the second fight of the pay-per-view portion of this card. Good golly, Miss Molly, that right there, my friends, was a special, special thing. All right, let me change the picture. All right, up next, we've got Henry the Messenger Cejudo versus Sergio, the Phenom Pettis. Lil Pettis is up next, guys. Wow. Woo! I hope I did all right, guys. I wasn't broken orbital bone. It wasn't orbital because that's over here. It was like below his cheek and in his teeth area, like below cheek, his whole like right here. But it's on his right side, so yeah, it's over here. Definitely not orbital. I mean, that's this little bone right there between your temple and like by your eye. At Grabaka Hitman. I'll try to find it for you quick. I don't know if we'll have it or not, but I'll link you guys to Grabaka Hitman. If you ever want to see GIFs or GIFs of fights, at Grabaka Hitman on Twitter. I just put it in the comments section so you can just copy paste that over to your Twitter. That's the guy who you want to be following. So that's it. I appreciate you guys for the kind words. If you enjoy hanging out with me during this stream, I implore you, I beg you to please like this video and subscribe to this channel. My goal for subscribers to this channel by the end of the night is 5,000. I would really appreciate it if you could do that for me. It would mean a lot. My bosses might think that I could stick around for a bit. Let me check I don't know how many likes we have to this. Thanks, Travis. We got 26 likes, 17 thumbs down. I think we can do better than that. Come on, guys. What's your question, Charlie? Who's fighting next? I will always put who's fighting next, or like while I'm talking about it, in this picture up here. That is Henry the Messenger Cejudo versus Sergio the Lil Phenom Pettis. But please give the video a thumbs up. I know we can get to 100 by the end of it. With your guys' help, I know we can get to 100. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. And I just hope that we can get close to 5,000 subscribers by the end of the night. That would be that would mean the world to me. So I missed that fight. Got that one wrong. Damn it. I picked Henry the Messenger Cejudo. I picked him via second round KO or TKO. Sergio has gone to a decision in all of his UFC bouts. His last victory was over Brendan Moreno. It was impressive and all, but he got taken down in the first round repeatedly by Brendan Moreno. And who's the best wrestler, like maybe other than Demetrius Johnson, in the flyweight division? It absolutely wholeheartedly has to be Henry Cejudo. He's an Olympic gold medal wrestler, for gosh darn sakes. Also, Cejudo's hands have looked better than ever in his last two bouts. I think he should have defeated Joseph Benavidez, and he knocked out Wilson Hayes. His hands are looking good. He hits with a lot of power, with a lot of quickness. Pettis is really fast. He has good striking, but I think the ground game will be the huge difference here. Just the threat of level changes and all of that will open up the striking for Henry Cejudo. I think that he knocks him out in the second round. And if not, we could perhaps see a decision. But what a night of fights we have seen so far. Also, I don't want to just, whore out myself throughout this whole video. My goal is to give this content for you guys. But if you could like my Facebook page, that would be awesome as well. If you're on Facebook, you want to talk to me about fights ever, you can send me a message on my Facebook page. It's at Flyin Brian Show. It's also linked in the description box. That would be cool. Well, let's look at the stats from that last fight. The total strikes landed for Alvarez versus Gaethje were 197 significant strikes for Eddie Alvarez and 111 significant strikes landed for Justin Gaethje. That is a lot of strikes landed in a 15-minute affair. All right, we're doing a little hype video for Henry versus Sergio. The odds on this fight are minus 295 for the Messenger to plus 265 for Sergio Pettis. So what that means is it would take $2.95 to win $1 betting on Henry if he were to win, and you could bet $1 and win $2.65 on Pettis. It's basically like a 3-to-1 odds. Pretty close. The 3-to-1 odds. Hey, thanks, Travis. That's pretty awesome. You were trying to Google an illegal stream, weren't you? I don't blame you, but I can't condone that activity, I suppose. Let's take a look back at this card. So far, 3 fights have gone to the judges. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 KO or TKOs, and 1 submission due to a rear naked choke. That was Dominic Reyes versus Jeremy Kimball in the second fight of the night. The first 3 fights all ended in the very first round. My goodness gracious. In this game, anybody's game. All right. Lil Pettis is walking out to... What is... Lil Pettis is walking out to... Sergio Pettis is walking out to Good Life by Kanye West featuring T-Pain. All right, Sergio Pettis arrives in the Flyin Brian J prep point. He gives his cornermen some love, the good old bro hug, you know, the clap with one hand and then you bring it in tight for the hug with a one pat hug. He did that with all of his coaches. He's getting Vaseline put on his face. Here's some information you need to know about Sergio Pettis. He has the 3rd longest winning streak in the UFC flyweight division, the men's flyweight division, we should specify, at 4 wins in a row. He's the 2nd highest striking defense among active flyweights. And he's got 3 wins by knockout, 3 by submission, but none of them are in the UFC. All right, guys, you got to remind me to do the clock because I forget about that. Also, if you have Twitter and you want to follow me on Twitter, it's at Flyin Brian J. It should be in the link below. The show goes on by Lupe Fiasco is the Messenger Cejudo's walkout music. He looks somber. He's breathing out of his mouth. Doing some yoga breaths or meditative breaths. All right, Cejudo is in the prep point. He takes his shirt off. He hands it to the commissioner. Or just throw it on the ground. What the fuck did he just do with his shirt? Doesn't matter. All right, he took his shoes off. His cornerman gave him a drink of the aqua. If you're just joining me, the odds for this fight are -195 for the Messenger Cejudo. Comeback on Sergio Pettis is +265. Look at some props while we're talking here. Over 2.5 rounds is -320. Under 2.5 rounds is +270. Cejudo wins by submission is +855. Pettis wins by submission is +1750. Pettis wins inside the distance is +765. Cejudo wins inside the distance is +265. And Cejudo via KO or TKO is +400. Wow. I'm going to give him a timeout. Emmanuel Kostadinov. Hopefully I said your Kostadinov. I don't want to butcher your names, guys. I want to show you as much respect as I possibly can. But that was a random piece of information. Fun fact. If you guys like these, I could probably do them for like every fight, but like the ones that aren't pay-per-view, they'd be more relaxed because you could watch the fights as well, and we could just be chatting while you're watching the fights. Or I might be able to do in the future to do every single pay-per-view. I could work that into my contract to do every single pay-per-view, but you guys have to let me know if that's something that you would want. If it's not something you want, then don't worry about it. All right, fighting out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin, the 414, Sergio, the Phenom Pettis. Thanks, Fernando Gill. I'll mention it to my boss. Fighting out of Phoenix, Arizona, the 2008 Olympic gold medal Olympic freestyle wrestler, #2 ranked flyweight contender in the world, Henry, the Messenger Cejudo. Oh, one of Henry's cornermen has on fucking nerdy ass. All right, that person's getting blocked. Report spam. Gonna report spam. All right, touch the gloves in the center. Cejudo's in the karate stance, orthodox style, but like looks like Gunnar Nelson or maybe Wonder Boy Stephen Thompson. He's pumping a jab out there, but like just range finding. Pettis is in the southpaw stance. He landed an inside low kick on Cejudo. Cejudo lands a right body kick to Pettis, but very barely. Did no damage whatsoever. Cejudo went for a right straight, like kind of blitzing thing that missed Pettis. Pettis is a little larger than Cejudo. I did not expect to see that. I don't know what I expected, but there's a little bit of a size advantage in the octagon for Pettis. Pettis is doing a really good job backing up and countering the blitzing karate attacks of Cejudo so far. They're just kind of looking at each other in the center of the octagon. Pettis lands an outside low kick. Cejudo's pressing forward, but they're kind of going in a circular pattern. Pettis is going backward and to his left, away from the power hand of Cejudo. Cejudo level change, takedown, and he's got Pettis down. That looked like fucking 100-degree knife through like already warm butter. Cejudo has side control. He's just controlling right now. Side control. We are in the very center of the octagon. Well, actually, we're on the edge of the monster logo in the center of the octagon. Cejudo is on the left side of Pettis, inside control. He gets a knee to the ribs of Pettis. I don't know what he's working for. Not a lot happening right now, just kind of controlling him. Pettis is trying to work his knees up so that he can re-guard, perhaps. But Cejudo is doing a really good job controlling Pettis on the ground. Pettis is... Well, he was doing a good job of controlling the left arm of Cejudo. Cejudo steps over. Pettis is giving up his back. We are in like the referee's position in wrestling where Cejudo's couple of knees to the body from the referee's position. Cejudo steps over with his right leg as Pettis is sitting down on his butt in the center of the octagon. Cejudo has the back with one hook in, loses the hook, moves over back to referee's position. He's doing a good job controlling Pettis on the ground, but Pettis has some left hands from referee's position on the side of the face of Pettis from Cejudo. Cejudo kind of knocks him over. Pettis is trying to stand up. He's on one knee, one foot. He stands up. He's in like the Auschwitz position with Cejudo on his back. Cejudo pulls him back down to the ground. Now they're in the seated position. Cejudo's got his head over the right shoulder of Pettis. He's looking to get the hooks in, but Pettis is doing a good job staying in a tight ball so that Cejudo cannot get those hooks in. Pettis went for a punch from this position, and that Pettis tried to get back up, but Cejudo got him in a front headlock position, got him back to the ground, and he's back in the referee's position. Cejudo's really working to get a hook in, but Pettis is staying in that tight ball so that Cejudo cannot get the hook in. I forgot to start the fight clock, guys. Son of a bitch. I apologize. I apologize. Next time. All right. All right, Cejudo is in the guard of Pettis. He's postured up. He went for a punch, got pushed off of Pettis. He's standing. He does a kick to the leg, dives back into the guard of Pettis. Now he's in top position again. He's stacking Pettis a little bit here. Pettis looks like he's going to be throwing up an armbar attempt. Cejudo pulls back out, postures, and then presses forward with his hips back into the guard. Pettis has his left arm over the head of Cejudo. He's got Cejudo in his guard, and he's controlling the posture of Cejudo so that Cejudo cannot rain down any ground and pound, cannot really get any offense in right now. It's it's obviously it's an advantage right now for Cejudo, but he's not going to be able to attack with any sort of offense from this position. Pettis kicks him off. Now Cejudo's trying to stack him. Cejudo's standing again because he kicked him off. They just showed us a strike differential, and Pettis has only landed like 6, and Cejudo has landed somewhat like 30. But most of them are not significant. Cejudo landed a knee to the body. End of the round. End of the round. So that was clear 10-8 round for Henry the Messenger Cejudo. Let me make sure I can get this going. Bop. All right, remind me next time to start the... So I can start the clock, guys. I apologize for not doing that last time. Thank you so much for defending me in the comment section, Jeremy and Saf. Fernando Gill had a comment retracted. Why? I don't know. Did he delete it? I don't know what he said. Fernando Gill's a good guy, right? Yes, you absolutely... this channel is owned by like a massive company, and anything that like this company does is like they will see it. We cannot do anything remotely unallowed. All right, round number 2 starts. I got the clock started. Woohoo! All right, they meet in the center of the octagon. Once again, Cejudo, orthodox stance, kind of sideways karate, but not so much now. And Pettis is in the southpaw stance. Pettis missed with a front kick to the body. Pettis missed with a left straight. Missed with a right jab. Cejudo goes for an overhand right, kind of ducked into it, missed it, but it was close. Cejudo landed a front kick to the body. Pettis landed a left high kick that went on the forearm of Cejudo. Ooh, a left body kick landed on Cejudo from Pettis. That's a good old Pettis kick. Could have landed to the liver, but it was a little high on the ribs. Cejudo did not pay it no attention. He paid it no attention. Double negative. Cejudo's pumping the jab. Cejudo goes for a takedown, warded off by Pettis. Pettis eats a right straight from Cejudo. Cejudo's pressing forward. There was a short flurry by Pettis that landed, but it seemed to do no effect to Cejudo. Inside low kick lands from Pettis. We're in the center of the octagon. Cejudo went in with a flurry of punches on Pettis and knocked him down. Now, Cejudo is in the full guard of Pettis. He's hitting him to the body a little bit with his right hand. Pettis is doing a good job once again with his left hand over the top of the head of Cejudo. Cejudo's stuck in the guard. He's trying to pass to half guard on the left side. He's trying to push that knee down and switch his hips to get over it. But Pettis is doing a really good job of controlling the posture and the hips with so the posture with his arms of Cejudo, the legs on the hips of Cejudo, just controlling the whole body from his back to limit any type of forward progression from Cejudo. But no matter how good of the defense Pettis is doing right now, he's losing because he's on his back and he is eating the occasional small punch. Cejudo once again tries to step over the left leg, and he's over like the shin, but can't get over the knee of Pettis. Thanks, Saf. Some left hands are running down a little bit on Pettis, but still, Pettis is doing a fantastic job with that overhook. Like, not an overhook, but it's over the back of the head of Cejudo. Cejudo goes to posture up. He goes to get into side control, but Pettis, once again, reguards really fast. So, like I said, Pettis is losing this fight off of his back, but Cejudo went to step over the left leg of Pettis. He briefly figured forward it with his own legs. No dice. Sergio's doing a body triangle off of his back. You're never going to win a fight with that, but I guess you're going to minimize the... Cejudo was briefly going to go for a can opener to break the posture of... fucking heel to the face from Pettis off of his back on the temple of Cejudo while Cejudo's stacking him. Cejudo's going to pass the guard here. He's stepping over. Now we're in a north-south type position. He's got a front headlock. Cejudo switches around to the back, and once again we're in the referee's position with Cejudo on the left leg ride of Pettis. Referee's position. Pettis has his right foot on the canvas, so his knee is up. He's going to try to stand up. They do stand up, and Cejudo picks him up, puts him back down. We're seated. Basically, like if we were trying to, I don't want to say, like, we're chest. Cejudo has his chest on Pettis' back, and they were sitting down, like, in a staff pose. Pettis gets back to his feet. Cejudo is going to try to He's riding the right leg of Pettis. He's going to try to drag him back to the mat. He has his hands around the body of Pettis. He has his hands clasped together, but Pettis is doing a good job of standing up right now. Not a lot of action, a lot to talk about. Cejudo swims to face. Nope, I mean Pettis swimmed to face Cejudo. He got an underhook. It was a 50-50 hook. Pettis circled back out, got rid of the clinch. Now we're back in the center of the octagon. Pettis is pressing forward with some jabs, but Cejudo comes forward with a flurry of 2 hooks to the body, 1 to each side. They banged heads, and they touched gloves to say, fuck it, bro. Nothing, none. No harm done. Let's keep fighting. Outside low kick lands for Cejudo. Spinning heel kick misses from Pettis. And they end the round. Another round for Cejudo. Let's look at the stats. Round number 2, significant strikes landed were 8-7 in favor of Cejudo. Total strikes landed were 22-8 for Cejudo, or in favor of Cejudo. Total control time in round 2 was 3 minutes and 8 seconds for Henry the Messenger Cejudo. Like I said, clear round to score for the Olympic gold medalist. Thanks, Gary Gaster. Appreciate that. Cejudo's holding his own in the striking department. I mean, it's even. Actually, Cejudo has landed 20. Cejudo has landed 23 more strikes on the feet than Pettis. So Cejudo's winning in both facets of the game. I will remember to put the clock started, guys. Pettis needs a stoppage right now, and he's never had a stoppage in his UFC career, and he's facing the highest level of competition he's ever fought. Boom. Start of the 3rd round. Here we go. They meet in the center of the octagon. They do not touch gloves. Inside low kick lands for Cejudo. A 1-2 misses for Pettis. A jab lands for Pettis as Cejudo landed an inside low kick. A 1-2 lands for Cejudo. There wasn't a 1-2. It was a 2-1. My bad. Cejudo's kind of doing this thing to get in close. I think he's going to look for a level change soon. He gets in on the clinch, knee to the body, right hand. Cejudo missed with a takedown attempt. It was like a half-hearted takedown attempt. Outside low kick lands for Cejudo. Right straight lands for Cejudo. Left straight kind of missed for Pettis. It was close. I couldn't tell. Pettis just did a, like, so, oh, level change for Cejudo. Gets in on the leg, picks it up, and we're down. But once again, in the guard, Pettis, left hand, left arm over the head of Cejudo. He's got Cejudo's head in the arm crease right there, holding him down. And his legs, we're in the same position I've been talking about a whole bunch, guys. Left hand over, holding the head posture of Cejudo. Pettis has his legs grapevined over the top of the thigh and then underneath the calf on the inside. So Pettis' leg goes on the outside of the thigh of Cejudo and then underneath the foot, the lower leg of Cejudo with his foot, just kind of grapevine it and hold him there. Cejudo got his head out of the, we're going to call it mission control. We're going to call it posture control. Cejudo got his head out of the posture control, but he's back in it now. So Cejudo is stacking Pettis. He's going to try to pass guard on the left side. Every time Cejudo has tried to pass the guard of Pettis, he has been doing it on the left side, like going toward Pettis' right side, going toward his own left side. I think it might behoove him to try to mix it up, go to the other side. Because Cejudo got to his feet, did a jumping punch, right hand landed. He got to his feet, he jumped, he threw a punch, kind of like Dan Henderson on the unconscious Michael Bisping, got himself into half, like side control, but Pettis rolled over to his belly, and now we got a front headlock position for Cejudo. Cejudo goes to search for the back. Pettis stops him with the arm. And now Cejudo is back in the guard, but we're right along the fence. Cejudo tried to do a can opener on Pettis. He's just hitting him with some baby punches. I have a feeling, guys, that we're going to spend basically the rest of this fight in this type of position. Cejudo is stacking Pettis. Pettis is doing a good job controlling the wrists, both sides on Cejudo. Cejudo, okay, Pettis rolls to his belly. We got the leg ride position. Cejudo guys put in a leg hook in, and Pettis gets back to his feet. Cejudo is riding the left leg of Pettis as he's standing up against one of the doors of the fence in between the Budweiser logo and the Harley-Davidson logo. Cejudo picks him up, puts him back down, but then Pettis gets right back to his feet. Now we're chest to chest up against the fence. Cejudo has control. He has one underhook on the right side of Pettis. He's pushing him up against the fence, and he's kneeing him to the thigh. Cejudo uses his whizzer to circle out, and we're back to the center of the octagon. A leaping in left hook lands for Cejudo, kind of jarred the head of Pettis, and Cejudo went for a level change after that, a fake level change, just gave him a feint with it, and Pettis really respected it, so that's getting really to him. So I think soon, in the next minute, we could see Cejudo go for a level change fake and then come with a right uppercut on Pettis. Let's watch for that. Jab lands for Pettis. Jab lands for Pettis again. Right straight landed for Cejudo. The crowd is getting restless. The crowd is booing a little bit. Yeah, Pettis is not that exciting of a fighter, huh? He's very effective, but he's not that entertaining. The main card is happening right now. The next fight is the co-main event, and then the fight after that is the main event. Pettis goes for a takedown, unsuccessful. Cejudo sprawls, and that is the end of the fight. Almost you know, like, the crowd's booing, but clearly 30-27 in favor of Henry the Messenger Cejudo. Let's look at the stats. Third round, total strikes landed were 34 for Cejudo, 10 for Pettis. Significant strikes, that means like basically any distance strike on the feet. 17 strikes landed for Cejudo, 8 for Pettis. Overall, Cejudo landed 88 total strikes, Pettis 26. Significant strikes landed for Cejudo were 54, 22 for Pettis. 2 takedowns, both for Henry the Messenger Cejudo. Clear 30-27 in favor of Henry the Messenger Cejudo. Let's check the odds. If you were to have bet on Cejudo via decision, Cejudo via decision. Where is it? Where is it? Where the fuck is it? Oh, decision. Cejudo by decision was minus 109. So like $1.09 would have got you $1. That would have been a decent bet, I guess. All right, Joe Rogan is with Cejudo. Or maybe not. Joe Rogan's not even going to interview him? Joe Rogan's not even going to interview the Messenger. Wow. Okay. I don't get why we're not... I mean, it wasn't the most exciting fight ever, but we should have interviewed him. Maybe you could have cut a promo to fight Demetrius Johnson next. Anyway. All right, guys. Thank you once again for joining me. If you're new here, my request is that you please subscribe to this channel. How's my mic? Is it a little too low? I'm turning my mic volume up. So if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to it. Give the video a thumbs up. That would mean the world to me. My bosses would be like, hey, brother, doing a good work out there, man. and then maybe they won't fire me. So that'd be cool. Tell me if the mic's too loud. Was it too quiet before? I'm not going to try to talk louder. I just turned the mic volume up. Okay, mic volume is all the way up, I believe. Well, I can turn it up with another way, but that's as loud as I'm going to leave it. Thanks, Gary. Okay, we got to change. Take these off of here. And... all right. Alistair, the Reem, Overeem versus Francis, the Predator Ngannou. Somebody's definitely going to sleep in this fight, and I believe that person will probably be Alistair, the Reem, Overeem, but who knows? The odds have Alistair Overeem as a... what the fuck are the odds? Okay, Francis Ngannou is a -230 favorite. The comeback on Alistair, the Reem, Overeem is +210, which, if you don't know what those mean, it means it would take $2.30 to win $1 on Francis Ngannou. You could bet $1 to win $2.10 on Alistair, the Reem, Overeem. We are currently watching a hype video for the co-main event. I always like hearing the Goldberg, you know, highlight things. Let's look at the record. Alistair Overeem has fought 59 motherfucking times. He's 43, 15 with 1 no contest. Francis Ngannou is 10-1. Francis Ngannou is listed as 31 years old. Alistair Overeem is 37. Alistair has lost by knockout 10 fucking times. Holy shit. How did Francis lose? Francis' one loss is by decision. It was in his second ever fight back in 2013 against Zomana Cisse. I think that Ngannou's going to put Reem to sleep, but I truly am cheering for Alistair Overeem. You know, even if Ngannou loses this fight, he has plenty of time left to move to the top of the heavyweight division. And I have a soft spot in my heart for Alistair Overeem. I couldn't tell you what it is that I like about him, but I like him. Ngannou's walking out to the most popular Spanish song in the country right now, in America, in the United States. Let me see what it is. It's Mi Gente, or Mi Gente, J Balvin and Willie William, featuring Beyonce. That's what Francis Ngannou's walking out to. He's French. And he's walking out to a Spanish song. Seems odd, but whatever. Been entertaining us for years, that's why. Yeah. And, like, he's so fucking dynamic for a heavyweight. You know, his kicks, his flying knees, his diversity with which he can throw punches. For a long time, the heavyweights were, you know, very rudimentary in how deep their tool chest was, but Reem was out there doing big things. Also, I never liked the hype train of Brock Lesnar, and Reem like fucking tooled on him. I liked that. If Fernando Gil, if Ngannou wins, I think he gets a title shot. I think, you know, what else do you do with him? Especially if it's via knockout. Like, what else is there? Miocic is going to fight Cain Velasquez. Well, Cain Velasquez will probably pull out of that fight with an injury, won't he? He pulls out of almost every fight with injuries. So, yeah, I think that Ngannou wins tonight, title shot. Stipe Miocic next, or the winner of Cain Velasquez versus Stipe Miocic, if that's even official. I think it's official, isn't it? It might not be official, but anyway. Okay, Dana White confirmed a title shot for a winner. Thanks, Saf. Appreciate you. I know I say it a lot, but I mean, there could be new viewers now, and I just don't think that you that are still hanging out with me, that have been hanging out with me for almost 2 hours now, have heard it enough. I appreciate you. I really, really do. And even if we never get to talk and hang out again after today, I've appreciated the support you've given me here today. But I also have to ask you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. It would mean a lot to me if I could get, well, I kind of need at least 51 more subscribers tonight to make this seem like a worthwhile thing to do for MMA Mania to keep having me do. To make those numbers jive. So this is kind of like the pilot episode of a television show. We need good feedback, we need good ratings so that we can keep doing it in the future. Who's the champion in the heavyweight division? Stipe Miocic. And Stipe Miocic, thanks Saf. Stipe Miocic is a fucking guy who I've been following on Twitter for a long time. Like before he was the champion, he would engage on Twitter with like everybody. He would do like talk to Stipe night on like just a random Tuesday where he'd spend like an hour just tweeting back and forth with people. He's good friends with Dwayne. I forget Dwayne's last name. Let me check. Anyway, both men are in the octagon now. Alistair Overeem is fighting out of the red corner. He's got black shorts on. Francis Ngannou is fighting out of the blue corner. Dwayne Finley. Tail of the tape. Reem's 37. Ngannou's 31. Francis weighed in at 15 more pounds than Alistair, and Francis has a 3-inch reach advantage. Both men are 6'4". Alistair Overeem is fighting out of the Netherlands, and Francis is fighting out of Cameroon. Thanks, Christopher. I appreciate you for hanging out. Dwayne Finley, he's a journalist for Flow Combat, and he's good friends with Stipe Miocic. Fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a mixed martial artist with a professional record of 10 wins, 1 loss. And 6'4" tall, weighing in at 262 pounds. Out of Bati. Fighting out of Paris, France. Okay. Number 4, heavyweight contender in the world. Francis, the Predator Ngannou. Don't let me forget to put the clock timer on here. Yes. Thanks, Saf. The former Strikeforce heavyweight champion. Number 1 ranked heavyweight fighter in the world. Contender in the world. Alistair, the Demolition Man. The Demolition Man? They just announced Alistair Overeem as being the Demolition Man, not the Reem. No. What? Dan Mergliotta, our referee. Beautiful ring girl just told us that round number 1 is about to start. She blows us a kiss. And here we go. You ready, sir? You ready, sir? Fight. Alistair comes in with a quick left hand. Misses. Francis misses with a 1-2 combination. Alistair goes for a level change takedown. Alistair pushes the fight up against the fence, tries to. He's got 1 underhook. Francis bullies Overeem into the cage. Francis has a left underhook. And, yeah. Francis is the stronger man right now. He presses Overeem against the fence. He's working for double underhooks. He's got 1. He's got the left underhook. Reem's working with a whizzer on the same side, trying to reverse position. He's got left hand on the hip. Reem looks calm. He's got like Hindu cow face, you know. Very calm right now. Francis stomped the foot of Reem. Knee to the thigh from Ngannou on Reem. Reem is controlling the arm that would be striking him of Francis. But Francis is doing a really good job pressing Reem against the fence. Reem lands another inside knee to the thigh. Inside knee to the thigh. Dan Miragliotta separates them. Says time. They're back into the center of the octagon. Reem's got his hands up. Good defense. Francis Ngannou's pumping a jab out there. Nowhere close, but he's just range finding or something. Reem misses with an overhand right. Reem's being really careful with his chin right now. Oh my God, left uppercut. Oh my God. Woo! Oh! Fudge McDuckersons. Reem went with like an overhand left, and Francis Ngannou countered with an uppercut and sent Alistair Overeem into the shadow realm. Alistair Overeem is stretched flat on the canvas. Holy fuck. I feel like that uppercut from Francis Ngannou with his right hand took Reem completely off the ground, sent him horizontally, and then fucking landed Reem flat on his back. Good golly, Miss Molly. Francis Ngannou is one scary motherfucker. That didn't matter. Like, we talked about a whole bunch that Alistair Overeem's chin is lacking. It is not good. He's been tested a bunch of times. He's been knocked out now 11 times in his career. That punch that Francis Ngannou just landed on Alistair Overeem would have knocked out any man in the fucking world. Doesn't matter. Overeem went with an overhand right, then he windmilled to the overhand left, and he put his head down, and as his head is down over here, hopefully you can see my face, so like Overeem, overhand right, overhand left, and then his head's ducked down here, and as he did that, left uppercut, whoom, fucking from like way back here, Francis swung that bitch, and just, like, Alistair's dead. D-E-D, dead, fucking wham! I can't wait for you to see that highlight, guys. Gosh damn it, all the heck. Oh, and Francis Ngannou says, where is the belt? Holy fucking McDuckersons. Jesus Christ. Sorry for cursing. Oh. Damn it. Sorry, Reem. Wow. Holy motherfucker. Ooh. The official decision is coming up, presented by Metro PCS for 4G LTE nationwide. Here's Bruce Buffer. My God. Francis the Predator Ngannou. Wow. Joe Rogan is with the Predator. The official was 143 of the very first round. Oh, stop the clock. Joe Rogan says you're absolutely the number one contender. You just knocked out the number one contender. You're going to get a title shot. How do you feel? Joe Rogan says, you have a title shot, no doubt about it, sir. And Francis says, yes, thank you. Okay, it was like a left shovel hook, not necessarily an uppercut. So I said that wrong a bunch of times, but it was like at an upward angle, and it was out to the side, so like a shovel hook uppercut. Man, it's fucking... Bop. It came from over here. Wow. I'm having trouble understanding Francis. Sorry, guys. Give us your thoughts on the matchup between you and the heavyweight champion, Stipe Miocic. Yes, I'm ready for that. I'm readier than ever. Congratulations, sir. He grabs the microphone from Joe. You got one more thing. First of all, he wants to thank everyone here. He wants to thank his opponent, Alistair Overeem, for making the fight happen. They hug. Nice. He gives me the chance He's really thankful for that. He wants to thank all of his coaches. He's speaking hybrid French right now. I personally don't speak French. Sorry about it, guys. He wants to thank all of his family, everyone who supports him. He moved from Paris to Vegas 7 months ago, and it wasn't easy. He wants to thank people that made him feel like he's at home. Alistair lost, yes. Nebojsa Mirsik, yes. 131 of the first round. Francis Ngannou knocked out Alistair the Reem over Reem via like left shovel hook uppercut thing. He says, forgive my language, but he says, fuck slavery, fuck racism. Everybody deserves freedom. Nice. Good job, Alice. No, good job, Francis Ngannou. Fuck slavery, fuck racism. Everybody deserves freedom. Nice work, Francis Ngannou. So, even though he doesn't speak clear English, that was an amazing post-fight interview. You know, he said thank you to his opponent, Alistair Overeem, for taking the fight when nobody in the world would take the fight with such a scary man as he. He thanked the crowd. He thanked his family. He told us a little bit about his story, moving from France to Vegas to prepare to become a world champion. And he also sent a message that the world should be without slavery, and we got to work towards removing racism from the world. So amazing from Francis Ngannou. You know what? I'm going to pick him to defeat Stipe Miocic right now. I'm picking him. Francis Ngannou, whenever he gets a title shot, will be the new champion. Via knockout, probably. Holy fucking shit. You know what's crazy? Is Curtis Razor Blades put on a better performance against Francis Ngannou than like anybody else did. He's referring to African slaves in Libya. Right. Who is a new champion for me? All right, guys. We got to reset this. Next up is the main event of the evening, which means I got to change my background screen here to the 5-round fight, and we've got to put up Max Blessed Holloway versus Jose Scarface Jr. Aldo for the 145-pound men's UFC gold. Who are you picking, guys? Max Holloway's going. Jose Wellington. All right, guys. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel. It would mean the world to me. I need a lot more subscribers to the channel before. I don't even mean to be a Debbie Downer, but it's not doing as well as I thought it would, this video. But I do want to do it again, guys. I enjoy hanging out with you, so. But please, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Give this video a thumbs up. If you want to talk to me ever personally, I'll do my best. You can follow me or like me on Facebook. It's at Flyin Brian Show, or the link is down below. You can send me a message, and I will usually answer you, and we can talk as much as possible. I work a full-time job, and then I do like this type of thing as a part-time job. Plus, I have a fiance, so I'm really busy. But whenever I can, I will definitely talk to each and every one of you. If you just go like me on Facebook, and you know, we can interact as much as we can. Thanks, Gary. I really appreciate you. Check out this beer glass I got. I said in my, in the description that we'll be drinking some beer here. This glass, I know it's a little dirty looking. I've had a couple of beers in it today. But this is like a $50 glass that I got. Pretty cool. It's from Pretentious Beer Glass. Cole H, the main event is happening next. So this picture that I've got up here, I think I'm pointing close to where it is, wherever it is. That is the fight that's up next. So we're talking about the main event up next. Max Blessed Holloway is a -260 favorite over the man who he TKO'd just 6 months ago. Jose Aldo, the comeback on him is +240. If you're just joining me and you don't know what the odds mean, Max Holloway being -260, that means it would take you $2.60 to win $1 on him if he wins. With Jose Aldo, if he wins, you could have put down $1 and you would get $2.40 back. And then you just do the math. $10 equals $24, $100 equals $240, so on and so forth. Let's look at some other props. Over 2.5 rounds is -167, which means that is the favorite. The Vegas odds think it will go over 2.5 rounds. The under is +152. Max Holloway wins inside the distance is +125. Aldo wins via KO or TKO, which is his most likely way to win, is +955. The reason I say that is his most likely way to win is because I think that Aldo does not have the gas tank, the cardiovascular endurance to hang with Holloway once this fight gets into the 3rd round. So if it were to see the judges, I think that Holloway would probably win the last 3 rounds. It sounds like Jose Aldo is about to walk out to the chicken dance. It's polka. Is this not his walkout song? What's happening? Seems to be some kind of weird delay. Nope, here we go. Jose Aldo's walking to the octagon. I apologize for my ignorance. I can't understand the lyrics to the song, but it's definitely, you know, like a Hispanic music, or is like in polka style, and it's got an accordion. It's lively and it's fun, but I have no idea what it is. Traversing dystopia, what didn't you know? Thanks, Joshua Pope. I appreciate you for those kind words. I got your 4-to-1 with beers. I've had, I have not had one whole beer yet. Well, okay, fine. I've had 1 3/4 beers. But, guys, that is in... The fight started at 5:15 my time. That's when I had my first beer. It's now 11. So that first beer has been, like, passed through my liver, digested hours ago. All right. Jose Scarface Jr. Aldo is in the Flyin Brian J prep point. He's getting Vaseline put on his eyes or his eyebrows. Pertinent information about the former featherweight champion, Jose Aldo. He's the former 2-time UFC featherweight champion and the last WEC featherweight champion. He has the most wins at 16 and knockouts 9 in UFC WEC featherweight history. 11 of his victories are in the first round. Whoa. Impressive stats there. And he has broken the threshold. He is in the octagon. Gives a nod to somebody from the commission. And he's going to be fighting out of the blue corner. He is wearing the yellow trunks that would indicate he is from Brazil. Obrigado. That means thank you, so that makes no fucking sense. O Espanha Confiança. That means I use confidence. I don't know how to say he uses confidence, but U España confianza. That means I ooze confidence. Chug, chug, chug. Need a new one by round 2. After the fights are over, then I'll have another beer. I want to make sure that I'm coherent and with it so that I can give you guys the best bang for your buck. I know it's free for you, but you know, like you're spending your time hanging out with me, and I want to make sure that I can deliver the goods for you. I hate to admit it, I am an experienced drinker, so like one beer is not going to affect me that much. It just makes me calm enough so I'm not nervous when talking in front of 128 people. But yeah, when the fights are over, I will crack a new beer and head over to MMA Mania's Facebook page to do the recap show. I will probably be by myself, but like the viewers will be my co-host. It sounds like Holloway's walking out of some Drake. It's Big Sean blessings, I believe. Big Sean blessings. Way up, I feel blessed. That's fitting for Max Blessed Holloway, right, guys? Au va moer. Au va moer. Well, there's that one. Down. All right, here we go. Whoa. My, oh my. I don't want to be sexist, guys, but there's a very attractive woman in the crowd giving Holloway the eyes. She's just undressing him. Luckily, he's only wearing shorts, but she just undressed him. She can't take her eyes off him. That lady hasn't blinked. Oh, my. But she's pretty, too. Max. I wonder if it's his wife. Maybe she's not that pretty. Different angle. She's not that pretty. I take it back. But she is eyeing Max Holloway down hardcore. Yeah, she looked away. Now she's blinking. All right. She's not that pretty, but she's like wearing a lot of like nice stuff. She's got big earrings on. She got like seems like a lot of makeup. Her hair's done nice. Wearing a nice like suit thing. I don't know. Don't know who she is though. I'll stop talking about it. All right, Max Blessed Holloway is in the black trunks with gold lettering, indicating that he is a champion and he is inside the octagon, circling left to right, running around. The cameraman's going to get dizzy soon. His cornermen draped the Hawaiian flag over the edge of the octagon. And we're about to get it on. Main event of UFC 218 coming up next. Don't let me forget the fight clock, guys. Good from far, but far from good. All right, tail of the tape. Max Holloway is 6 years younger than the 31-year-old Jose Aldo. He is 4 inches taller. They both weighed in at 145 pounds. And Jose Aldo has a 1-inch reach advantage on the tail of the tape. But Max Holloway fights longer because of his stance and because of how long his torso is. He also throws the more like straight, longer punches and kicks. So the reach, negligible. Main event of the evening. Bruce Buffer's doing his thing. Derek Clearly, Saldi Amato, and Chris Lee are our judges sitting cage side. The referee in charge is Herb Dean. This bout is sponsored by Flyin Brian J. And now 5 rounds watching around the world. The UFC. He's changing his shit up a bit. I don't think Jose has that much octagon left, and the reason why I say that is he's 26-3. I mean that. Maybe that's not that many fight miles, but in these lower weight classes, lower weight classes, age means more than it does in the higher weight classes, because like speed is everything in the lower weight classes. Jose's not losing that, but he's losing a little bit of zip off his punches in the later rounds. And he does have quite a bit of fight miles. But, yeah, shit, he could win tonight. And then, like, if he were to defend against anybody not named Max Holloway or Conor McGregor, which Conor's never going to featherweight again, yeah, I could see Jose getting another title defense. But like I said, I think Max Holloway's going to win this fight. Bruce Buffer's announcing Jose Aldo. If you're just joining me, Jose's in the yellow trunks, indicating that he's from Brazil. The challenger, Jose. This is the first time Jose has been the challenger in a UFC title fight. Excuse me. Standing 5 foot 11 inches tall, weighing in at 145 pounds, fighting out of Wanai, Hawaii, the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, the pride of Hawaii, blessed Holloway. Whoa. All right, they're doing the instructions in the middle. Been over the rules. Protect yourself at all times. Follow my instructions. Keep it clean. Tough gloves, and let's do this. Something to note from when that was happening, Jose would not look in the eyes of Max Holloway, and Max was looking straight at the eyes of Jose Aldo. Something that might, it means nothing, but there's some information for you. Let's fight. Here we go. Oh, there we go. I'm about 1 second behind. No problem. Okay, in the center of the octagon, Max Holloway's on the outside. Jose's in the center. Max is working to his left. Jose looks really somber. I don't know, like Jose last time came out more guns a-blazing than he is right now. Somebody on the crew just lightened the screen way too much, and they brought it back down. Holloway's pumping his jab out there. Now he's moving to his right. Now he's moving to his left again. He's just kind of trying to work Aldo back so that Max can take the center of the octagon. And Max missed on a lead left hook. Max missed with another lead left hook. Jose's not... I thought Jose would attack more than this early, but Max is pressing forward. Jose's moving backward, using good footwork to evade the strikes from Holloway. Looks like Jose has... Oh, Max almost hit with an overhand right, a jab overhand right combination. It looks like Aldo has some Vaseline on the back of his head or something. Really weird. Max missed with a 1-2 combination that was aimed at the body to Holloway. Aldo hit a 2-hook combination, a double hook, a wide right first followed by a left hook. Both of them kind of landed on Holloway. Aldo opened up with a leg kick there. In the last fight, I think he threw 1 total, so that's something to keep in mind as we move forward. Jose missed on a right straight left hook combination. Aldo just hit 2 different jabs on Holloway. Holloway's working to his left. He's circling to his left. Aldo throws a left hook. Holloway ducked, blocked it, missed from Aldo. From the center of the octagon, another right low kick landed on the lead leg of Max Holloway. Ooh, something to take in mind. Jose missed on a lead left hook. Counter left hook, actually. Joe Rogan just says the punches that Aldo's been throwing are not technical, they're haymakers. It seems like to me that it's the style of punch that Aldo always throws, but I will defer to Joe Rogan on this. Max bounces to his right. He's circling to his right. We're in the center of the octagon. Aldo missed on 2 punches. Max comes in with a right hand that missed, and Aldo gets him in the clinch. Aldo shakes it off to his left, circles to his right. Aldo lands a left kick to the body on the liver side of Aldo. Holloway comes in with a... Holloway's been like throwing the left jab and then a right straight and ducking his head as he does it. Right straight from Holloway, barely missed. Aldo missed with a 1-2. He missed again with a 1-2. Aldo missed with a right hook to the body. Holloway comes with a jab to the body, and then Aldo tried to counter that with a hook to the body, but only Max landed in that series of punches. Overhand right landed on the temple for Aldo, but Max unaffected. Another one. Barely landed, but Max, once again, unaffected. Jab to the body lands for Holloway. Lead left hook missed for Holloway. Jab to the body landed for Aldo. Aldo has not thrown leg kicks in a bit here. I think he's thrown 2, maybe 3, but he hasn't thrown one for a good minute, maybe 2 minutes. Max missed with a jab. Max threw a right high kick. Aldo blocked it. We're in the center of the octagon, right on top of the monster logo. Max steps in with a jab. Aldo used some good head movement to miss it. Lead left hook landed for Max, and then a right straight landed for Max. A stepping side kick to the thigh for Max. For Holloway, barely missed of Aldo. They're smiling at each other. Max is feinting with the jab, and Aldo is feinting with a head movement, swaying with his torso. Holloway's pressing forward. Holloway does the Diaz thing, puts his hands out wide, starting to gain some confidence. He lunges forward with a left hook, misses Aldo. Oh, Holloway was doing the Diaz thing again, and Aldo hit him with an uppercut, and Holloway said, no, 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 didn't affect me. Wow. Close round. Very close round. Significant strikes landed for Holloway were 19, 17 for Aldo. I felt like Holloway, excuse me, these names. I felt like Holloway controlled where the fight happened. He landed 2 more strikes. I'm going to give the round 2 and still. How am I doing, guys? Nope, wrong one. There we go. How am I doing, guys? All right, let me forget to start the clock. I think Aldo threw 3 leg kicks in that round. Aldo has some damage underneath of his right eye. Round started. Here we go. They touch gloves in the center. It's a cut underneath of his eye, and Joe Rogan's saying that they didn't put N-Swell on it or Vaseline or anything underneath the right eye of Jose Aldo. Max is in the orthodox stance, but he's standing with his torso parallel to, with his square, with his shoulder square. So his hands are at the same spot. He's pawing as he walks forward. He goes with the jab to the body of Aldo. Aldo circles to the left. Aldo is occupying the center of the octagon. Aldo landed an outside low kick. There's one of those outside low kicks for you guys. The last time they fought, the outside low kick, when Aldo threw the 1, he got countered with a right straight from Holloway. And one of Aldo's coaches said that he didn't throw too many of those outside low kicks because he thought that Max was going to be able to counter with the right straight. So far, on like the 4, we're going to count as 4 low kicks that Aldo has thrown, Holloway has not been able to counter with a right straight. A right hand landed to the body from Aldo on Holloway. Holloway's pressing forward. He missed with his own right straight to the body of Aldo. We're in the center of the octagon on top of the monster logo. Max pumping the jab out, just range finding, not doing anything with it. Aldo's moving backward and to his left. Aldo went with the uppercut that he hit Holloway with at the end of the first round, but unsuccessful with it. Left hook to the body, liver side from Aldo landed on Holloway. That was a big strike. Aldo looks a lot fresher in this second round of this rematch than he did in the second round of the first fight. But the jabs from Holloway that I probably haven't been saying have been landing on the cut. It's actually over here on the cut of Jose Aldo, and it's getting redder, more red. Redder's probably not a word. All right, center of the octagon. Holloway circling to his right. He hits Aldo with a 1-2. Good combination, landed. That scored. Holloway came forward with a 2-1. Barely missed both of them. Aldo just slipped a jab. Really good head movement there. Outside low kick landed from Jose Aldo. All right, Jose occupies the center of the octagon. Another outside low kick landed for Jose Aldo. That was probably the most brutal one of the fight so far. We might see Max Holloway switch stances soon. Max hit Jose with a jab. Another kick. Low kick for Jose landed. Lead left hook twice in a row. Almost landed for Jose. They're in the clinch. Jose tripped Max down a little bit, but Max almost fell, got right back to his feet. Max landed a jab to the bruise, or the cut spot under Jose's eye. I'm trying to see if Max has some damage on that leg. Nope, doesn't look like he has any bruising yet on the lead leg from those kicks of Aldo, but the last one that Aldo landed was pretty significant, or it seemed pretty, like it landed with some authority. Max circling to his right. They're both like very center of the octagon. They're fighting at the same distance as last time, really close together. Both guys are doing a pretty good job of avoiding their opponent's punches, but another outside low kick lands for Jose Aldo. Maybe there's some truth to the kicks, why Jose didn't throw them last time, because he had a hurt leg or something. Ooh, Max just landed a short right hand on the face of Aldo. Aldo throws an overhand right, missed. Max threw a 1-2, and Aldo pulled away from both of them. Aldo landed an outside low kick on the lead leg of Holloway. Holloway briefly caught it, and he pushed Aldo back. Now we're behind the double lines on the octagon. We clinch up. We're on the, and Max pushes Aldo to the cage. Aldo lands a couple of punches to the body of Aldo. No, Holloway landed a couple of punches to the body of Aldo. Then as they separate from the clinch against the fence, Holloway landed a spinning back kick to the body of Jose. Then he landed a double jab right straight on Aldo. And Max Holloway is turning up the volume here. He went jab, left high kick. The jab landed, the left high kick did not. Another jab lands for Max Holloway. Right straight, barely missed. Oh, flying knee kind of seemed to land. It hit somewhere on the body of Jose Aldo. They fight in a phone booth for a second. And round. Woo! Round number 2 was Max Holloway, and he's starting to turn up the volume. And Joe Rogan is having a conniption, not really a conniption, but he's saying that they need to work on the cut of Jose Aldo. Yeah, round 2 was Holloway. I gave the first round to Holloway too. Yeah, round 2 is definitely Holloway. Check these stats out, fight fans. Round number 2, total strikes landed for Holloway were 40, 25 of Aldo. Significant strikes, just 2 different for Holloway, 38. Same for Jose Aldo at 25. Aldo's corner is asking him to feint with the right and then kick the leg. Feint with the right hand and then kick with the leg kick. But the double jab, right straight combination toward the end of the round is probably the most significant strike landed in this fight. Started round number 3. They touch gloves. Max Holloway's working to his left. He's jabbing Aldo. Holloway moves forward with a 1-2, misses. Jose Aldo moving backwards, center of the octagon. We're kind of going to the left. Right straight to the body lands from Max Holloway on Aldo. Aldo misses with a lead left hook. Holloway ducked under it. Holloway with a jab to the chin of Aldo, and Aldo countered with a knee. Another jab from Holloway. Oh, there's a leg kick landed for Jose Aldo. Max didn't even check it, and Max's leg on that last low kick was... Oh. Max briefly was in the southpaw stance, it seemed, and he landed a good left hand on Aldo. The last time that Aldo landed the low kick on Holloway, Holloway's lead leg where he kicked him was firmly planted in the ground, so that could have hurt him a little bit. Knee to the body, followed by a right straight, lands for Holloway. Joe Rogan just brought to my attention, and he said this, that Aldo is starting to breathe out of his mouth. He's got his mouth open, and Holloway's starting to taunt him a little bit. They're fighting in the phone booth. They're swinging wildly. Both of them are swinging wild. Holloway's starting to talk to him. He's being weird with his posture. He did it with a rear hand uppercut that missed. That would have been fucking heavy like Francis Ngannou. Overhand right missed for Aldo. Jab to the body lands for Holloway. Ooh, left high kick from Holloway, blocked on the right side of Jose Aldo. Max Holloway has Jose Aldo pushed up against the fence, but not pushed physically, just with range punches. He has Aldo's back against the fence. We are in the red corner, basically, so we're nearly in front of Max Holloway's corner, where Max Holloway's starting to go to work, get a little aggression on him. He's gaining confidence. He's posturing a little bit, and he's getting good punches on Jose Aldo. Stepping side kick to the thigh, landed from Max Holloway. Left hook to the body of Aldo lands for Holloway. Jab, then a straight lands for Holloway. Holloway's starting to open up a little bit, close to the fence here. Uppercut landed for Holloway. Ooh, I think Aldo might start to be getting hurt. Aldo might be starting to get hurt. Max Holloway's turning up the volume. He did get hit with an overhand right that kind of stunned him, but you can see that the fresher fighter and the person that has more of their wits about them is Max Holloway, and he's starting to pour the volume on Jose Aldo. He just got him in the clinch, knee to the body, pressed him up against the corner. He's opening up with some hooks, close up. He's really ripping the left hook to the body of Aldo. Then a 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2. Herb Dean's taking a good look at this because a right hand just landed pretty good for Max Holloway on Aldo. Holloway's ripping the body of Jose, stepping in, knee to the face on Jose. Long left straight landed on Aldo. Max Holloway's really starting to turn up the volume here. Punch after punch, punch, face, face, face. Aldo's starting. This fight's going to be stopped any moment. Aldo went in for a desperation takedown. Max Holloway reversed it. I think Max is going to end up in the full mount here. Oh. Max Holloway's nearly in the full mount, but he's got his foot caught in the guard of Aldo. Max Holloway's raining down some right hands on Aldo. Now we're in the referee's position on the right side of Aldo, and Holloway is landing hammer fist. Hammer fist to the ear of Aldo. Herb Dean's saying, fight back, Aldo. Aldo rolled over, got back to his back, and Holloway's about to be in Aldo's guard. Aldo's face is a bloody mess. Hammer fist, hammer fist, hammer fist from the guard. Holloway is landing on Aldo. 10 seconds to go in round number 3. Max Blessed Holloway defeats Jose Aldo once again, 2 times in a row, 6 months apart from each other. Max Blessed Holloway defeats the best featherweight to ever do the damn thing, and Jose Aldo via TKO in round number 3. In round number 3, Max Holloway landed 57 significant strikes to Jose Aldo's 30, and they were all 57 seemed to be I know on the stats they say significant, but by golly, they were significant. So once again, Max Blessed Holloway is your UFC featherweight champion of the world. Hashtag and still. We're going to look at the replay as we wait. Oh, we're looking at the replay. Max, with his hands down, came in and just Joe Rogan saying that Holloway lured Aldo into this war, into this firefight, and Holloway just kept going. Right hook to the body, left hook to the body, 1-2, 1-2 to the head, right hook to the body, left hook to the body, and then he just started teeing off on the head. When it seemed like the fight could have been nearly over on the feet, Aldo went for a takedown that seemed to be like a last-ditch effort to get this fight into someplace where he could get the victory, but Holloway reversed the position and then fucking brutalized Jose Aldo on the ground. I'm sure there were many times during my commentary of that I said Aldo instead of Holloway. But impressive performance from Max Holloway. I don't see, like, off the top of my head, a contender that could defeat him right now. I think they should rebook the fight with Frankie the Answer Edgar. As we wait for Joe Rogan to interview Max Blessed Holloway, let me ask you again, please, thank you, and thank you for liking this video, and please, please, please subscribe to this channel. We have a lot of good stuff every single week. I put out a main event preview prediction video. There are 2 fighters that train at Team Alpha Male that do technique breakdowns of the main event fighters. And if you subscribe to this channel, it would mean a lot to me. It would also make me look good to my bosses, and maybe they'll keep me around for a little longer. Okay, here's Bruce Buffer. My name is Flyin Brian J. Declaring the winner by TKO. And still, the undisputed UFC featherweight champion of the world, Max Blessed Holloway. Like I said, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Let's see what they have to say. Max has his son in his arm. Joe Rogan says that was a beautiful performance. The official stoppage comes at 4:51 of round number 3 via TKO. At the end of the day, it is what it is. Longest win streak. He's the 5th longest win streak in UFC history with 12 wins, behind John Jones with 13, Demetrius Johnson with 13, George St. Pierre with 13, and Anderson Silva with 16. I think that this was a more dominant performance from Holloway over Aldo in this one than it was in the first one. That's exactly what I predicted. You can check out my video on this, my main event prediction video for this fight, and I basically called it how it would be. Later, Fernando Gil, I appreciate you. Jose got tatered, mania joke. This victory over the consensus greatest featherweight of all time puts you in that position now. Max Holloway says he's not the greatest of all time. He's got a lot of catching up to do. Max Holloway dropped his belt, and Joe Rogan picked it up for him. Max Holloway compares his challengers to cupcakes, and he's going to eat them all. Max Holloway, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Athletic Combat Training Systems. I appreciate you so very much for being here. It seems we're probably going to close the show out. So, results from the night. Jose Aldo was defeated once again by Max Holloway. Max Holloway got the victory and still via TKO punches at 4:51 of the 3rd round. Francis Ngannou flatlined Alistair Overeem with a uppercut or shovel hook punch at 142 of the first round. Henry the Messenger Cejudo defeated Sergio the Phenom Pettis via 30-27 across the judges' scorecards decision. Eddie Alvarez defeated Justin the Highlight Gaethje via TKO, knee and punches at 3:59 of the third round. And Tisha the Tiny Tornado Torres defeated Michelle Watterson via unanimous decision 30-27, 29-28, and 29-28. I'm going to take a brief break. I'm going to head over to MMA Mania's Facebook page to do a recap show. I would love for you to join me over there. Mahalo. But I think as of right now, we're going to just log out, guys. I appreciate you for joining me once again. Follow me on Twitter at Flyin Brian J. Like my Facebook page, it's at Flyin Brian Show. The links to all that should be in the description box below. Subscribe to this channel. It would mean a lot to me, and my bosses might think that I'm doing good work. And also give the video a thumbs up. I will see you over on MMA Mania's Facebook page to do the recap show. Thanks for joining me, guys. I appreciate you. I'm Flyin Brian J. Namaste. Cheers.